Good evening and welcome everyone to War and Peace. Where we left off last week, the party had been doing their damnedest to foil the mayor's bid for re-election here in the city of Sichuan in the country of Alan Miley. And they were doing a very good job. They had gotten the mayor to reveal some of her plots. They had caught her in some logical traps. They had really shown the difference in some ways between her and her opponent, Lady Thorn Gardenia. So, as things got more and more heated, the mayor pulled out a wanted posting for the members of the party, and a number of Imperial soldiers came and surrounded them with swords and hammers out. A number of the Sichuan guards have also raised their weapons, and it looks like an armed standoff has sort of erupted in the room. At one moment, Kleeck, during the negotiations, decided that he was going to take a shot at the Lady Eve Razzan, who had shown herself at the top of the stairs in I guess, a bid to help in the downfall of the party who had tried to get her thrown in prison. But from a pardon from the mayor, she has come out once more. And the two of them, Kleeck and Eve, saw each other, attacked each other at the same time. The arrow that Kleeck shot was absorbed into Lucy when she used her. It was the cloud rune, correct? The stone rune is the one that dazes people. That's the one that got the mayor to spill all her juicy secrets. The cloud rune she used to pull the arrow and hit herself, but she didn't realize the arrow was poisoned, so she poisoned for a little while and suffered quite a bit of damage. I think is still poisoned. But with that, the Imperial colonel, who she had danced with earlier in the evening, kind of lowers his guard and is worried about her. Kleeck was caught in a crown of madness, pulled out his rapier, tossed his bow to the side, and stabbed Chief Ugturk in the back with his rapier. The poison eventually went away. We did confirm that. However, Kleeck came to. Ugturk was able to be convinced by Lucy that he was under some form of mind control and that he wouldn't have done that. Ugturk agreed and was like, okay. However, the guards near Kleeck are very concerned at the bird holding the blade dripping blood, and are kind of approaching him. Put it down, Birdman. So that's kind of where we left that off. And we also, I believe where we left it off was Chief Ugturk kind of just losing it and being done and impatient, and he's going to probably start things off. He looks like he's getting ready to attack. The Lady Razzan is at the top of the staircase. It's clear that she has some form of magical ability that maybe lets her do things without being detected. And that's about where we're going to start. But before we do, I want to ask everyone, since we leveled up in between sessions, what were your level 6 bonuses, real quick, not bonuses, but your level up things that you got, not the secret stuff, the stuff that you just did last week.
Do we even know the secret stuff? I only know the secret stuff for someone else.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone knows the secret stuff for someone else. This is not that. Okay. I want just what you did for your level up, like what you put into like Roll20 or not Roll20, D&D Beyond and stuff. So like for fighters, it's a feat because you're level 6. For other folks, it's like new spells and stuff. I'm just curious what everyone got.
Tough feat.
Tough feat. So more HP, yeah, per level and everything.
Yeah.
Baller. So Lucy is more tank, much more tank. That's awesome.
Good. Makes you not die. Yoga approves.
That is the mark of destiny, is to be tough.
I picked up two new spells. and a 3rd level spell slot with.
Cool. What spells did you take?
Let's see. It was Insight, Greed, and oh lord, what was the other one? It was Insight, Greed, and I think it was Arcane Lock.
Ooh, baller.
Ooh.
That's a cool one.
And I got 2 abilities that will take a minute to explain if I can find them. But
For the Personifier.
yeah, but that's everybody else can do their thing because it's gonna take me a second to fucking pull down the
Bron,
sheet.
what did you get?
I got inescapable destruction.
Oh,
Is that
Starting at it's a divine domain feature. Starting at 6th level, your ability to channel negative energy becomes more potent. So my necrotic damage dealt by my cleric spells and my channel divinity ignores resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh dang. That's hardcore against like undead stuff.
It's not incredibly useful right now, but we might get there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely
also-
things resistant to necro in this world.
Oh yeah. Also, we got a new spell slot and prepared mass healing word as well. That's about it.
Excellent. Kleeck, what did you get?
I got the martial adept, I believe it's called. I'm sorry, martial adept feat.
The one that lets you take the maneuvers, yeah?
Yes, it's martial adept. I get 2 maneuvers from the battle master, and I chose precision attack and trip attack.
And it gives you 1d6
I get
superiority
1 die.
dice. So you only get to do one of them, and it's per short rest it restores, yes? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So it's a fighter level thing. Like it comes back on a short rest, which is perfect. It scales with other stuff. Yoga, what'd you get?
Yoga?
You have to commit now.
To be fair, what I got from my class ability wasn't amazing. I got the ability that whenever I cast a divination spell of 2nd level or higher, I can replenish a spell slot of a lower level.
Nice.
Sounds good, but I have literally 2 divination spells, I'm pretty sure. But for my spells, I chose Taste and Tongues. And I also got an extra sending slot. It's not a 3rd level slot, it's an extra sending slot.
It's just for sending.
Exactly.
Excellent. Very good. Then, with that, we have everyone's level ups accounted for, except for, I guess, Brightleaf and Rhea, who I didn't do. I guess I should add their health real quick, because they should be a little tougher, too. Well, they're level 5 for this fight. They're not as tough as you guys. Haha! In any case, let's go. So what is everyone doing? Kleeck, you're being menaced by guards who are trying to get you to drop your sword and be like give in to being like, you know, kind of tackled and cuffed. Ugturk is kind of losing his shit, not at you, but he wants to move forward. Sir Anna Belfort, the knight whom Lucy recognizes, is still kind of just not really in the moment and is a little bit seeming confused. A lot of the nobles seem to be moving to the sides, except for the ones that were already wearing imperial colors and armor, such as Sir Aaron Invostro, who is a landed noble, and Sir Francis Haybrook, who is also a landed noble, but they are also imperial knights. So they draw their swords, and it looks like Sir Aaron, along with the colonel, who I haven't given you the name yet because no one has asked for, but it's in the turn order. Screw it, I'll spoil it now. That is Colonel Anthony Johannesburg. It's a Johannesburg. So.
Oh my god.
The Imperium, or the Imperials, are everywhere.
Which Johannesburg?
Antony.
Okay, I don't know that guy.
You haven't met this guy before.
I haven't met that guy. You're right.
It's just one of them. There's a bunch of them. They're all over the place.
It's not Joseph
Oh
Allison.
god, the nobles.
Yep. But Leon, Bron, the two of you are alongside Lucy. Lucy, you are, I believe, still poisoned, or did the poison go away when you overcame like that effect?
We rolled till it went away, and then I did second one, got my HP back.
Cool. So the effect is completely gone, other than I think the subtracted max HP, which is temporary until you long rest. Is that correct? Because of the black biles effect.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so you're not poisoned anymore. How long also does your large size last?
Each use of it lasts a minute.
Okay, so I would
Oh,
say
that's
you
probably me.
probably shrink down at this point. How many uses do you have left? 1 or 2? Is it proficiency bonus?
I have 2 more.
Okay, yeah, then you have 2 more. So you're going to shrink down again. I will shrink down you for you. And pop down. You can take up any of the 4 squares that you want that you were in. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. But yeah, so everyone, stuff is happening around you. I don't know what you want to be doing, but if no one acts, then Chief Ugturk is going to force initiative order as he tries to hop over the table and push past Lady Imrabo, probably a little violently, to get at the mayor.
What is this guy doing?
He's smoking a pipe and watching, but as he sees the orc sort of starting to like lunge forward, he might start to do stuff, but that's what we do with initiative order. So I want to know what everyone's doing as they see it happening. Are you going to try and stop him? Like, this is your sort of reaction moment if you have something you want to do.
First thing Kleeck's gonna do is be
I
throwing
guess I should
down
have
that
everyone roll
sword.
perception, but I'm giving it to you.
What is Kleeck doing?
Sorry, yeah.
Throwing down the sword and backing off.
Okay.
He is terrified and doesn't know what happened and feels like he just, fucked shit up really bad. And he kind of wants to just curl up into a ball and stop existing.
That's a completely fair assessment of the situation. So Kleeck is feeling horrible and throws down his rapier, is now disarmed because his bow is now on the ground. I would say that as you back up, the bartender kind of comes and kind of huddles with you and is comforting you and like has pushed your bow away from you and is kind of like, "Are you all right?" Because he was just chatting with you a minute ago and tried to stop you but couldn't, and now he sees you giving up, like with your mind back, and he's kind of like with you, like, "Are you okay? Like, are you all right, sir? Like, Mr. Bird?" He's kind of like, he's with you. He's with you in this moment, but he has pushed your bow away. Your bow is probably like over here by the bar, a solid 10 feet away from you. The guards have kind of like moved forward to kind of fill the space a little bit. They're also the ones that don't seem to be as hostile towards you, but they saw you lifting the weapon, so they're a little torn. So that's Kleeck in that moment. What is anyone else doing?
Just real quick, because it's basically nothing, but Yoga's kind of got his hands to his head. He's thinking about all the spells that he's prepared today. And actually, I'd say just for the sake that we did get a level up for my game sync, he's kind of giving a divination of a spell in the spell book, and he's trying to think if that spell can be useful in the situation. So he's thinking, but he's basically not doing anything.
So yeah, you could even flavor it that he flips out his book to flip through it.
He's not. I'm not gonna say
he's not. Okay, cool. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't. If anyone understands a wizard, me pulling out my spell book might scare someone. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Oh.
So you're just trying to remember stuff. Got it.
Yeah.
What's Bro, Leon, and Brightleaf and Rhea doing? Because I do have something planned.
Got it. I will give you Rhea and Brightleaf first. Rhea is kind of interposing herself a little bit between the two knights, but also kind of hunkering down behind the corner of the table. So I'm going to move her a little bit. I would say that she has partial cover, so half cover right now from both of them because she's small. And you can see that she has pulled out her new +1 fancy dagger, shiny one, and has it in her right hand, and she's kind of holding it a little under the table, a little bit under her cloak, a little bit flipped back up against the wrist and sort of up against the forearm to kind of conceal it as best she can. So I'm going to have her roll a sleight of hand to hide her knife and hold it at the ready. Sleight of hand. Okay, that's. Yep, I'm going to say she's probably gotten it pretty well hidden. That's what happens. Okay, so she's holding her knife hidden at the ready and is kind of stepping to be protective of you and Yoga around the table, looking up at the Imperials that are coming down the staircase. So that's what Rhea's doing in this moment, is being protective. Brightleaf she's kind of sandwiched between the priest and the knights who have come down the stairs, and a couple of them have actually pulled out their swords and are kind of holding them at her and are very close to her. So she has her hands up. She looks like she's kind of surrendered. But if you're looking over at her, please roll a perception check.
Can I also make that perception check?
Yes, you can.
I was
Anyone
about to
who's
say,
looking over at her.
Yoga at this point, kind of now noticing the situation, will kind of keep his gaze there. So if anything happens, he can rush to Brightleaf. Since she is by herself.
Yes. With
Everyone else rolls?
Huh?
I can't see the rolls.
Oh, maybe your internet's just a little slow. It was a 20 for Lucy, a 10 for Yoga, and a
Bullshit.
21
I mean, what?
for Leon, with a 20 as the the other roll that I made. I'm not sure why you can't see them.
Yeah, it just looks like empty messages to me.
Huh.
Like
Maybe
they sent.
refresh the page.
Maybe
Yeah,
refresh.
something's being weird.
No worries. Technology. It's all good. There is that snowstorm. So,
Yeah.
How many
all right,
people
so-
has that hit?
with a 20 and a 21 between Lucy and Leon, you will both see Brightleaf kind of not frantically, but she's trying to make eye contact with anyone in the party and kind of like get any sort of reading for what to do in this moment. Like she sees Rhea kind of like ducking under the table a little bit. She sees Kleeck kind of like down on the ground, like being hugged by that guy. She sees Lucy shrinking back down and also saw you get hurt and double over in poison pain. So, she also saw the arrow fly across the room. She's seen a lot of things and has just had her hands up the whole time and is wondering, when do I do what I'm probably going to regret doing, but I'm ready to do? That's the look she has on her face. With a 20 and a 21, that's how much you can see off of her. I guess that would be an insight. Whatever. Screw it. I'm gonna give it to you.
I have a plus
So-
6 to everything. So
Yeah,
it's the
yeah, it's all
same.
good. So that's what she's doing. She's waiting for a cue. She, for all intents and purposes, has a readied action.
Fun. I'm gonna start fishing through my pockets, kind of slowly, trying to find that diamond that I pulled out of the chest.
Okay, slowly and secretly. Then I would say do it with a sleight of hand check. Please.
When do we get a diamond?
Oh, there was one in
We-
the Nueva Sigilou Zone reward chest.
I took one before.
Okay.
I took one before everybody else got a hold of it.
That's fine.
Yeah, you were the one who got that diamond. Yep. Okay. Yeah, there were some other ones. So those were the other ones that were used. Cool. That's figured out. Yes, with an 8 though, most people's passives are going to see you kind of shuffling through your pockets. You will eventually find it, but a couple eyes will be on you. One of the guards is kind of like, raising his spear and pointing at you like, just whatever it is you got there, buddy, put it down.
It's nothing. Calm down. As soon as I find it in my pocket, I'll put my hands up. Hey, it's easy. It's okay. Calm down. Nothing big. Calm down.
As you're there, this you feel a sharp point kind of nudge between your shoulder blades from behind, and as you peek over your shoulder, you see this old knight with his longsword kind of just firmly but also kind of gently nudging at you and saying, "I think you should do what he says, lad."
I'll take a step forward. You're the boss. And,
All right.
That's it.
Anyone else have anything that they're going to do before Ugturk loses his cool?
Trying is a free action, right?
Trying is a free action.
What about
Okay,
panicking? What about
Kleeck, suck
panicking?
it up.
Bron, you haven't given us anything yet. Are you doing any? Are you just also waiting in this moment?
I'm just keeping that death stare on Eve Razzan, the same one I've had since the docks. Thinking she's
Okay.
a really good target for a ray of sickness right now.
Is that what you're going to do right now in this moment?
No, I'm not gonna do that right now. Like I said, I'm not gonna throw the first punch in this fight.
Okay,
But
cool.
I really want to.
I fully understand. Okay, well then, as
Lucy?
Chief Lucy, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I was waiting for everyone else.
Okay,
We're-
you are
we're
the last
just,
then, so this is it.
I would be a little less kind of dramatic and emotion put into it because my stupid roommate. But Lucy would just kind of yell out, be like, "Stop! Like, don't! Y'all need to calm down!" Like, look, like the Turk dude, and be like, "It's better to talk about this than fight, because otherwise, a lot of people are gonna die here from both sides."
Roll persuasion.
Advantage, maybe. There is. It's gonna be a big fight.
Unfortunately, even if you had advantage, I mean, he's not in a state to hear it. But sure, I'll give you advantage. You've been eloquent thus far this evening. Well,
Thank
Hell yeah.
you can see that he is still quite enraged. That those nostrils flaring, the tendons and the vascularity that is just pumping on his arms as he flexes in his fists, still that cracking just. Yeah, he's still angry, but he stops. He doesn't charge forward. He doesn't attack. He holds his ground because you told him to calm. Good job. Wow, that 25.
I'm
Spinning the
killing
game.
the Frau.
At the same time, the Lady Razzan will say, "Look at these animals. They come in here, these brutes. They will destroy everything if we let them." And as she does, I'm going to have a number of people roll wisdom saves. Yep. Okay. So let's have
Yoga's pretty powerless in this situation.
everyone.
Can we yell a response?
You can yell a response, but you will still have to make a wisdom save.
Okay. We're gonna yell out. We're trying to talk, and you want to fight.
That is the 10-foot radius sphere of people that need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do it.
I think we're good.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Frick
So
you, Eve.
Lucy,
Frick you.
Leon, and Yoga. There are no visible signs of spell casting. You don't know who's casting this spell. Anyways, Lucy, Leon, and Yoga, you all pass. So let me roll for Rhea. Rhea is a wisdom. Okay. Oh my goodness, Rhea does it too.
I just hope the spell has no effect.
This spell that she's casting, that the person that I just said might not be casting it, is totally casting. It's nope. All right, so Ugturk, what's his save? Card.
Also, we're totally
Miles.
screwed. She can keep just casting Subtle Spell, and we have no
I
idea.
know, right? What is subtle spell with nobles? This is crazy. So that's a -2.
Like, the worst case scenario is nothing like, she doesn't, like, everyone passes, and then we don't even have, like, an indicator, like, with, Kleeck is like, well, there was a jagged crown on his head. That did something. Anyway, it looks like someone felt their wisdom save.
Indeed.
Ugturk.
I mean, who did that? No spells have been
No.
cast.
Oh god, the brick.
Wait, he's bad on wisdom too?
Oh,
I thought he
jeez.
was just bad for it.
Ugturk did fail, yes.
No,
Oh,
most
God.
of his checks have been wisdom.
Okay,
It's a 1.
that was a 1 from Ugturk. That was amazing. Okay.
But what are
Wow.
they saving against?
TPK. TPK.
TPK! Woo!
And we have...
Although I will
Oh,
say,
she's fine.
actually, best case scenario is to have the spell effect be known, but not affected on any of the party members. So,
Well,
Destiny.
would you like to know what the spell's effect is now that it didn't affect any of the party members?
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe.
you see the spell's effect as it plays out now. So, let me then roll these. So,
To be honest, at least if it affected the party members a little bit, they'd know it wasn't one of us.
oh my goodness. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'll roll the rest of them. Okay. And the last 5. Okay, so the guard just stands there looking dumbstruck, like kind of confused, glancing around, like he has no idea where he is.
You motherfucker. I know what this is.
Captain Miles immediately, like, just his eyes kind of go a little blank, and then you see the pupils dilate, and he just the claws kind of come out on his hands, and he is going to roll to see who 1, 2, and 3 attacks. He attacks Ugturk. So he turns and slashes at Chief Ugturk, who is standing right next to him. So let me grab his card right there. It's going to be a claw attack, so it's a +7. And he misses, and Ugturk looks at him, also confused, and Ugturk moves in a random direction.
What spell is this?
It's fucking. I know what it's called.
Is
It's
this
fucking,
compulsion or?
Yeah, or
not
no, something like that.
So he's going to move in a random direction, and he starts sprinting off.
Well, he can't fit anywhere. Aw.
He can move past
He
people.
just fucking checked
Friendly,
the
you can move to
barkeep.
friendly faces.
Yeah, he checks the barkeep, and I mean he's large. He can move over and through. Right? Is he not able to? I thought he would be. Whatever. The other
As
guy's
long as they aren't
confused. He's
purposely
not.
impeding him, he would be able to move through.
Yeah, well, they're confused. They're not purposely impeding him. So that's what's going on with them. Captain Miles is now openly attacking people. Guards are gonna start freaking out now, and people are running all in different directions. Y'all are unaffected, which is wonderful for
Can we
you.
try to figure out if this is like a spell thing, or could
You-
we assume?
Yeah,
You
I know.
absolutely can. Who wants to try and find out? And how would you try and find out?
We would just assume it's the person, given Kleeck went to attack
Wanna-
them earlier, and then Kleeck had magic thing happen to them.
The guards move. The Imperial soldiers move in. They are at the ready, not attacking, but they have their blades and weapons out. For their part, the guards are also worried about their comrade and their captain, and have also moved into the room. So there's beginning to be a bit of a cluster at this door over here, as you can see that it is a bit packed. Sir Anna Belfort kind of stands in the middle of the mass of people and is not really, still not moving.
Can we assume?
Can I look in in the brick's eyes to see if I can tell if he's being charmed?
Roll an Arcana check.
God.
You know, with an 8, it's hard to tell. His eyes are wide and he seems to be unaware of his situation, but I mean, maybe there's something magic there. It's hard to say, really.
I'm looking at Eve. Does she have a arcane focus or a component pouch? I know she's been casting these with subtle spell, which means she doesn't have the she doesn't need the verbal or somatic, but she still needs the components. Or does she have an arcane focus, or does she have a component pouch?
Roll either an Arcana check or a Perception check, or use some sort of ability that might help you determine this.
They're all +6s. Dang it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You've
Right.
definitely seen her magical abilities before. She's no slouch, but you can't tell for certain if there's some sort of focus. Maybe she casts magic differently. You're not sure.
Can we help Yoga?
You can help Yoga how? Do you have training in Arcana? And if not, then how were you helping?
We don't, but if we see him looking in that direction, since we already have assumptions that she's probably causing it, we could also look to and/or kind of just
Alright.
whisper to him.
Roll an insight check then.
14.
Yeah, with a 14, it looks like... Where did I put that down? Yeah, you don't see anything either. She's a little bit behind cover with that, the banister railing, that kind of heavy marble swooping railing coming down the stairs. So you can't really see her hand, both of them, all the time. But you can't tell what she's doing that might be, aiding magical spell casting or what have you. You just know that has ice magic. That's what you've seen her do before. Did I drop or something?
No.
No,
Mm,
you're
Oh, okay.
good, right?
That James guy accidentally started
Welcome,
a call
Jax.
with me. That was funny. I think
He was asking to. I think he was
It's all
asking
good.
to screen share or something. But
No, it's all good. So,
no, James actually just joined and then he started a call with me, so I assume he's having technical difficulties.
Oh,
The
no
new
worries.
guy.
Gotcha. So, you don't see anything in particular.
I guess I will whisper to Lucy. I can restrain Eve Razzan with the spell, but if I do that, then the guards are gonna get worried. But if I don't do that, she's gonna continue doing whatever's happening.
You could do that and play it off like it's somebody else, if you can do it quietly.
I kind of point to my staff and I can't just pull out my staff quietly. I'm sorry.
Ugturk, once he reaches the south end of the room, just stops and kind of stands there in a daze.
Also, I guess after that, I'll kind of turn over to Bron and say, if things get too wild, make sure Brightleaf has some backup.
You got it.
Likewise, Captain Miles simply, after making that attack, just slumps and kind of goes into a slouch, standing there, not doing anything in particular.
These people are being affected by some sort of magic by someone in this room who's targeting us. It's probably the witch up there.
The guard snaps out of it after not doing anything for a moment. He kind of is like, what? What's going on? The other guards are kind of worried about it still. Kleeck, it's been a solid, 15 seconds since, 20 seconds since you stabbed Ugturk, and he's now stormed past you and now is just standing there. The moment's getting a little bit wilder, but it has calmed down, and Eve from the top of the stairs says, "You have no proof. Look at these claims they make. They're just trying to get out of it."
You have no proof of a lot of things, that you talk a lot of shit out your mouth, so.
Colonel, take them into custody, dead or alive, as the order stands.
I'm actually gonna. Yoga's gonna approach Mr. Gareth and he's gonna say, "Your actions are not your own, aren't they, Sir Gareth Miles?"
He does not respond.
Okay.
Smack him in the face.
It's
I actually will kind of shake him a little bit, but not. Never.
Just
No, in a not threatening way.
okay. So Bron, roll an insight check since you're watching Eve. You've been watching her the whole time.
That's right. All right. Insight. 8.
Okay, I'll take the 11 because you were watching her closely the whole time, so I'll give you the advantage. But with that, you still won't see anything in particular. So, unfortunately, you just see her kind of like at the top of the stairs, kind of huddled behind the railing a little bit from your sight line, but also a little bit behind the soldiers who are still on the steps.
Does shaking Gareth help anything, or is he just still staring at me blankly?
Let me see if it does. Nope. It doesn't look like it does anything to help. So, it's unfortunate, but... Look at him. He's wild with madness.
I'm gonna whisper into Lucy's ear. Be ready when this shit goes down. We have got to get her out of here. Oh.
Do these guys? What are these guys' intentions?
They're
He's
starting
wild,
to
but
they're starting to move towards you
Come on.
with their
Come on.
blades drawn and their weapons at the ready.
You guys really have no idea who you're working under, do you?
And then the colonel speaks up. We're not working for the Lady Razzan, but she is right. You are wanted. If you would please just surrender your weapons, this can all be resolved peacefully.
isn't she wanted?
I have heard that the mayor has pardoned her. I don't know her crimes. It is outside of our jurisdiction, purely a civil matter here, as I understand.
Pardon
And
for
he
murder.
looks over at the captain. I'm not sure the captain is in a place where he can respond. Speaking of,
Well, last we happened, she killed somebody using magic, so for all I know, she's probably the cause of everything here, or the mayor.
so the soldier that is the closest to Captain Miles will be lashed out at as Captain Miles suddenly has a fit of rage and will slash him pretty good. That 23 is going to hit. So let's see how much damage you do in your confused state, because
I
you
want to
can't
do
get out of this with your
something
damn
as soon as
minus
this
2.
resolves, almost as an immediate reaction.
Okay. Gonna do 8 damage.
Yoga didn't
to...
want to start this, but he's got to the point. He's scared.
So he slashes the guard pretty good, and the guard is now rather upset. I'm gonna now roll the random for Ugturk.
All right.
Ugturk just stands there, continues to just stand there. So that happens. I don't know what everyone else is doing. I'm gonna roll to see if either of them get out of it.
Okay, Yoga is gonna
No.
whisper to Bron, and he says, "Look
No.
at Brightleaf right now. Remember her location. I'm about to cast Fog Cloud."
All right. Bron immediately looks at Brightleaf like,
Yep. Let me see if she sees you seeing her. sometimes that be how it is. Okay.
Wait. I don't have Fog Cloud prepared. This was right after the arming.
With the knights so the soldier is moving past her, does not notice you at all. She's totally looking the other direction. She's got armored bodies and weapons in her face. She doesn't see you.
Guys, I don't have Fog Cloud prepared. I didn't prepare it today because we were going over traps.
You're kidding.
I'll yell out for Brightleaf to just come to me instead.
You're gonna yell out for that? Okay. I'm gonna see if she hears you because that's different.
Oh no! Oh no! Botch signals! Botch signals! I was
She'll hear you.
measuring. I was
She'll hear
measuring
you.
it out. If I had a fog cloud, I could like.
Get the whole room.
Yeah, I could get the entire. That's a 60-foot radius for fog.
Okay. No, I get you.
Can we like sleight of hand pass smoke bomb, smoke grenade to Yoga?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sleight of hand. I'm gonna have it from
21.
both of you. Okay, so that's a natural 1, and I want Yoga's as well.
Oh god.
Natural What?
She's got a
Oh my god, man.
So Lucy, you pull out the smoke bomb and you're trying to be stealthy, but as you try and hand it to Yoga, it slips out of your hand. Yoga, you try and reach for it. It is now fully in view, and everyone now looks over to you as this ball, this large smoke bomb ball is flying through the air. And Yoga, you try and snatch at it too, and you smack it, and it goes off. And the smoke bomb goes off right between the two of you, centered between the two of you. So what's the size of a smoke bomb?
Well, for one of these smoke grenades, it is.
All right, guys.
20-foot
we
radius,
go.
so 40.
20-foot
foot
radius.
across.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm measuring
1,
it.
2, 3, 4. Give me the bottom right corner.
Bottom
Looks
right
like-
corner. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. 20-foot radius. Everything in there is now smoke cloud. It's heavily obscured, so unless a wind comes through here, or get that music going. Stuff's about to hit the fan. So smoke bomb. No one can see nothing. Everything's going to be at disadvantage. Let's start initiative order. I'm going to be rolling a lot, so if everyone can just do their own rolls, that will help me tremendously. So let me start rolling people's initiative.
So I take it people didn't see me hand it. They just saw Yoga fiddle with it.
No.
and move up.
They saw you reaching for it and it fly out of your hand and fly through the air, and then they saw Yoga try and grab it, and then it fly through the air after he, just whiffed on it, and then it kind of blow up in the air between the two of you as you were both trying to grab it.
Even
So
with the 21.
basically, what 21?
The 21.
She had
Oh,
advantage.
you have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Huh. No one saw you doing it. Everyone saw Yoga fumble it. It
Okay,
exploded. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got confused about that. No one saw you doing it. Everyone saw Yoga just suddenly fumbling with an explosive that went. So fog cloud in a can. That works too. And everyone has rolled, so I need to get started. Sorry. 1d20
That's
plus.
fine. Since this is going to take a moment, I'm going to the restroom.
Please, if everyone would like to take a quick break while I roll initiative for people, that is fine with me because it's going to take...
14 never hurts. I ran out of Sprite.
That's fine. That's fine.
Chips, Joe, in order.
And the hammer's left. 2, yep. I love it when all of the NPC and monster guys go way late. It's always funny. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's very preferable to the alternative.
Oh, when they all go first and just curb stomp you before you can do anything?
Uh-huh. Why is Lucy blue? Oh no, that's because my thing.
No, I want to order snacks.
As you must. Get them snacks.
Leave the snack.
Captain Miles. +2.
I don't know if I want snacks.
3.
In the middle of the smoke cloud, can we just throw more?
How many do you have?
Force
I
thing.
have 2 more.
Then you can fill the place with smoke. You do whatever you want. You have a bunch of tools. You got lots of stuff. So
I'm back and I don't have chalky milk. This is unfair, Astron. But also, are we dead yet? Did we die? We died, right?
Yeah, we did.
you don't know that.
It was a series of about 12 nat 20s. We just got eviscerated. We stood no chance.
Well, here's the thing. My first idea is hide under this table that Yoga knows is next to him, even though he can't see, then hide in his shell for the entirety of combat. However, as Yoga has said before, Yoga likes Lucy to not be dead, and hiding might not help her not be dead, so, like, he's got some choices to make.
We would have thrown both of them. Well,
This
Well,
is what I saved the
This
last
smoke
fat
bomb
popcorn
wasn't
for.
like we decided to. Yoga got the nat 1 and fiddled it.
no, that's it. I mean, it's not in the horrible spot, technically.
It covers the most ground in the middle, and it protects the most party members. In fact, all of you are slightly, if not completely, protected by it. So
Except Brightleaf.
Except Brightleaf, and I think she might go first. I'm not
We
sure.
could put another one like up here to block this top part. That way, if we want to do anything about the mayor or that horrible party pooper up there.
I'm not concerned about enemies. I'm concerned about you guys right now.
Well, I can tell you now, Lucy ain't fighting. And we could put another one over here.
All right, that is everyone. So, top of the order, we have Brightleaf. So she is going to disengage
Yes.
and step past the Father Bundschwidt, who does not get in her way at all. 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet,
Are there
On
any
the table.
exits?
25, 30, 35. Yeah, so she's going to take cover behind that table, not provoking any opportunity attacks, and that was her action, was to disengage.
Okay.
And then she is going to, let me
It's
just
good to
bring
know
up-
that any Yoga actions I make towards Brightleaf, I am still assuming she's right here, which she isn't.
It's always good when you can, yep, nope, can't do that. So she's just going to now take out her bow, and if anyone sees her, which probably no one does except for maybe this here, and she's kind of ducked down behind the counter now, she's going through special arrows that she has. So, and that's Brightleaf's turn. Captain's men. So these are going to be the guards with the green on them, that represent guards loyal to the captain that you were able to sway with your rhetoric. So you actually got 5 elite Sichuan guards to change allegiance and be on your side, along with the captain, who you have an ongoing arc with. So, hey, you make friends, you get allies. So the guard here, who has just seen an explosion of smoke, is going to take his. So he has. Sorry, let me just take a step back. He has a. He has a morning star and a shield. So he's just, and he kind of like is lifting his shield and taking a step back a little bit from the cloud. He's going to look over at the father and say, "Good father, to me, I will protect you." And that's going to be, he's going to maybe move a little bit closer in furtherance of that. let's see. The other ones, they're going to start to move out of the smoke cloud. Oh, wrong thing that I'm grabbing there.
I got a 6 on initiative, didn't I? Shit.
So they're going to start to kind of retreat out of the room. They're not provoking opportunity attacks because they're not technically enemies of the Imperial soldiers. They're just your allies right now, and also seeking to avoid violence, such as it is. Once they see violence, they might step in on your behalf because they're the captain's men. So, Bron, your turn.
I am going to dart to the left, up to the wall.
You are out of the smoke cloud. You can see around you.
Can I see Eve?
You can see Eve from your position, yes. In fact, she is no longer in half cover from you because the banister and the soldiers are not as much in the way. So, as you kind of burst out of the smoke cloud, you can see the light cleric father standing before you, and he kind of glances down at you as you burst out of the cloud. It's trails of this, sooty smoke still following you.
I'm gonna slightly move him to the side, extend my other arm, and shoot out a 3rd level ray of sickness at Eve.
Roll to hit. Where's that AC?
Come on.
Yep, 19's gonna hit. 19's gonna hit. Well, yeah, actually.
Oh!
Wow. That is a lot of poison damage. All right. Constitution save. So let me roll a Constitution save for Eve Razzan. Nope, that's going to fail. Okay, so what happens to Eve?
Why is that 24 green?
Because he rolled some max damage on some of the hit dice.
Ah, I see.
So she is now poisoned.
Okay, so
On my
she
next
counts
turn.
as poisoned until next turn, so just one turn?
Well, until my next turn, yeah.
Okay. What do I use for poison? I'll use this for poison. Whatever. I don't know. That's what I'll use right now. So
Just
that was
for
your
reference.
action. The Father Bundschwidt just watched you, and as he kind of glances past you, he has a look of understanding, but also of condemnation. He's like, I don't like this, but I know why you're doing it, sort of thing. But you sense that he's maybe a little opposed to it, and may act if he sees you take it any farther. But you, for your part, you see that she's kind of doubled over and maybe losing a little bit of her lunch, and appears quite hurt as the sickness beam just blasts into her chest and seems to wash over her in a wave of green and black, just kind of viscous, poisonous energy kind of being absorbed through the skin. She looks rather ill at this moment. However, the Sichuan elite guard saw you. The father saw you, and I'm going to roll a perception check to see if the guy who's partially in the cloud saw you. So, one sec. He's going to see you, yeah. So, 2 of them explicitly saw you attack the noblewoman, and you are a convict, and they know that. So, Bron, you are a target for those 2 guys at least, and they kind of both, you see them both kind of shift their view towards you as a reaction to that. It's not the reaction, you know what I mean. But that's your action and some of your movement. Your turn continues. Sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my spear and my shield, and I'm gonna move here.
Okay. We got Bron posting up next to a pillar. So you're going to, and that pillar goes up to the ceiling. You're going to have partial cover from things that are, on that general side coming at you. The guard behind you is going to be he's got your back. He sees you kind of backing up towards him, and he has his morning star out and his shield up, and he kind of if you glance over at him, he'll lock eyes with you and do that little bro nod, and he kind of is gonna move up beside you on the next turn and kind of shield up with you, because
Fuck yeah, bro.
he's done with her after the speeches that were given, and he sees now open hostility, and he is choosing a side, as sometimes we all must do. Is that your turn over then, or do you have a bonus action that you're gonna do?
Nah, that's my turn.
Okay. Lady Immerbow, no one is going to see what she does, so she is going to move out of the smoke cloud. And for most intents and purposes, she is going to disappear. Probably no one saw that even. So, doesn't really matter. You'll all forget about it in a few minutes anyways. Wimbley Landerfeld, same thing. He's just going to kind of move in a random direction to get out of the cloud. So, let me just roll random to see where he thinks he's going to go. So he tries to go up and bumps into a soldier in the cloud. And then he tries to go another random direction now that he's panicking. And he bursts out of the cloud in front of you and is now over here and sees you, actually, Bron, and is seemingly a little calmer, because he's like, oh, I recognize this guy. Huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's out of the cloud and kind of like, yeah, I'm going to say he lost half his movement, so that's about where he's stuck. Leon, your turn.
Bro, I will say it's up to your character whether or not you notice this guy purposely tried to get he spilled what was like smoke stuff on our.
He spilt like the ashy, burnt leftover, whatever he was smoking onto the document. I don't know who noticed that it was intentional. He was intending to make it look like it was an accident. I forget who knows that or not.
That's
Yoga.
true.
Yoga knows that for sure, but I think everyone else failed to see it. I don't know for sure.
Okay. I just wanted to point that out. That's fair. Go ahead.
I mean, if you made a point of remembering personally, like as a human, I think that is kind of like, okay, then your character knows because you, at least you remember. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine.
Well, I know. Well, I 100% know. I was talking to Bron.
Exactly.
I didn't know if he would know.
It's all good.
I was staring at Eve like the entire
the whole time.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense then.
fair. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So Leon, it's all your go.
Do I know how long these smoke bombs usually last?
How long do they last? And then do you know? I don't know. How long do they last? 5e smoke bomb.
Lucy, how long do they last?
It doesn't say, but it says if there's moderate wind of 10 miles an hour, then it'll go in like 4 rounds.
Okay, so it looks... and a strong wind of 20 miles an hour or more disperses it in 1 round. So basically, if wind comes, wind will push it out. And you're inside a building, so... it's likely going to need to be magic.
Probably say like 10 rounds.
Yeah, if not even longer.
I was about to say, yeah, that's fog cloud duration.
Like, if you broke the windows, maybe it would ventilate out in rounds. You know what I mean? Like, it's right now, the only air that's escaping from this is through the skylight that is upstairs that Kleeck destroyed. But other than that, all the doors are closed and everything, other than maybe some windows that are open in other rooms. But this room, the windows are still intact. Not that you guys can even see that right now. You're inside a smoke cloud. But yeah, it's not going to go away until someone does something about it. So at this time, it's here to stay until someone does something, is my ruling on the matter.
Okay, that works. Let me make sure I do this before I do this.
But I'll say this too. For instance, if someone uses a spell that creates like a motion of energy, like you use Burning Hands or Frost Fingers, or a spell that, creates...
Gust of wind.
Well, I mean, that's more obvious, right? But I mean, like, an attack that moves energy and matter and mass in a direction, that's going to affect the smoke.
Good
Even
to
if
know,
it doesn't
because I was
have a
looking at
chemical
my
reaction, it'll have the movement of it because of the movement of energy and just, So, yeah, that counts for things shooting into and out of. Like, if you shoot arrows out of the smoke cloud, they're going to have little smoke contrails as they exit, and etc. It's smoke. It has mass. It will grab onto things that move through it. Yeah. It also deadens noise a little bit. It's harder to hear you guys in here. So if you want to huddle down and make some conversation, it's easier to keep you safe and silent. In any case, Leon, it's your turn, and I keep talking.
Why did you say it like that? It was so strange. Just the way you said this is okay. I imagine I would still remember where Eve was sitting at.
She hasn't moved, yeah, but you don't know that. But you can assume.
Okay. I'm going to cast Shatter right behind where she was in the event that she's tried to do some sneaky shit.
Okay, let me make a circle for that, and we will do it like this. So we have a yellow circle, and it is what, a 10-foot radius?
Yep. Con save and a 10-foot radius.
So right there, the yellow circle, like kind of centered on the wall behind her a little bit, but also hitting that one soldier.
Yeah.
Okay, then that is what I will roll. So I will roll a Constitution save for the Lady Governess of Ville de Flores Belforet, Eve Razzan. It's a +1. Ooh, that's a con save. Yeah, I'm going to say she meets that DC. And the more doughty soldier alongside her with a better con save will likely fail. Yep, I called it. Okay, so she passes, he fails. What's damage?
Let's see if it rolls like it's supposed to.
There's a loud
17.
There's a loud crash and boom, and the stairs in that area and the wall all kind of, that's 17 cut in half, which is going to be 8, so -8. So Eve is hurt. She's hurting. She's definitely been taking some hits. This soldier here, that's going to be a 17. And what was the other effect? Okay.
Of Shatter.
Save. It just takes more damage. Okay, it doesn't like fall over or is deafened or nothing. It just, okay, yep, just takes damage.
Objects
Okay.
take damage, so maybe something else is destroyed. That's about it.
Oh yeah, no, the ceiling is making some noises at you, and the wall is cracked, and the stairs are like they're hurting. But it didn't break anything to the point of where it's coming down. But you made a loud noise, and you hurt both of those people, and you damaged the structure. I dare say, if you do something equivalent on those stairs again, might bring them down. It's looking in a state of disrepair, is what I'm trying to tell you. So,
Okay.
do what you will with that knowledge. That was your action. You still have movement and bonus and reaction.
So bonus action, I'm going to use my Calamity Ensues ability, and I'm going to need a Wisdom save.
What?
Please describe the ability and who is targeted so that I can make the correct save.
So it is whenever you hit a creature with a Chaos of the Tarot, slip onto other creatures who you wish to harm. When you successfully hit a creature with a spell that deals damage, they can make I can force them to make a Wisdom save against my spell save DC. And if they fail, I have to roll my card and see it. They will take one of the negatives from whatever card that they roll.
They have failed your wisdom save.
They indeed have. So give me just a second to pull this sheet back up because
The Lady Eve Razzan is about to be afflicted by something. I don't know what it is, but I'm about to find out.
Yes, give me just a second to pull up that number. It is
Get my handy dandy pencil.
Yep. Roll.
I also need to check off the spells that she totally hasn't used yet.
What is it?
Yeah.
Well, it will
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
Wait,
you guys, you're cruising for a bruising.
TPK. TP.
If you don't have that. Okay, so does she have dark vision?
She is an elf and an ASMR, so she has dark vision. Yes.
Okay. Outside. Yeah. So she, her dark vision is reduced by 30 feet.
You know,
It
I
would be
should
this
have
one that you
her at disadvantage because she's poisoned. So she may have failed earlier. Let me actually roll another Constitution
Poison doesn't give
save.
you disadvantage on saves, only ability checks and attack rolls.
Thank you, sir. Sorry. So what's her debuff that she's receiving?
She loses 30 feet of dark vision.
Loses 30 feet of dark vision. Okay, so she can see a lot less well with her dark vision right now. Got it.
Yeah,
Excellent.
she knows.
Minus 30 for dark vision.
All right, and that will be mine.
Okay, cool. So we have Leon complete. Let me look at the text for this spell. It is at the end of each of its turns, so that is the random roll coming at you right now. So Ugturk is going to... He's going to attack a random person within range. Oh, geez. So I number from the top left to the bottom right in reading order. So that means Kleeck is 1, Barkeep is 2, guard to the top right is 3, and guard just underneath Kleeck is 4. So I'm going to roll 1d4. He's attacking the Barkeep.
Drinky!
He's attacking the Barkeep.
No.
He's not enraged, and he might miss, and Barkeep is partially in the cloud, so...
He's a level 20 monk. He's a level 20 monk.
I actually gave him twice a commoner's HP. He has 8 HP, so I'm just going to say he can't take much. So let me see if he...
I want to bring the barkeep into the party. I want to play the barkeep as a character.
Show me 7.
Lowest 1 plus Ugturk. What's your to hit? It's a plus 8. Wait, no, he's not. Okay, no, yep.
Show me 7.
So I thought it said, oh, keep lowest 1, it should have said. In any case, that would have been the 2 plus 8, which is a 10, which just misses the AC of the barkeeper, who has a dex of 12. So the barkeeper is missed from the massive fist of Chief Ugturk, as he is partially in the smoke cloud. So the barkeep survives as he kind of stumbles away and partially into the cloud. The 2 guards next to Ugturk are both stunned and frightened and are kind of trying to work to calm him down, and I'm going to now roll his wisdom save to see if he makes it. Chief Ugturk. Nope, 0. He does not save. He is still confused. So now it is the mayor's bodyguards. I am going to give them the orange. They are explicitly her bodyguards. And they are going to move, to defend her. They're going to just step in front of her and move with her and stay with her. So that's it. Captain Miles, also confused. So, going to roll. And he doesn't do anything, so he just kind of stands there. Does he break free? He does not break free. So he just, in the cloud, is just standing there, not seeing the cloud, not seeing anything. He just attacked that dude last turn. He doesn't see anything. He's just confused. Sir Anna Belfort, seeing the smoke cloud explode in front of Lucy, is going to say, Lucy, and head into the cloud. And I'm going to see if she finds you.
We would call out to them.
Yeah, roll a perception check to see if you hear her say that, because she's not like yelling it. She's just, yeah, you probably would. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, she can't find you in the cloud. So, what random direction does she go? So she's going to go down, and she's just in the cloud looking for you and can't find you. Duke Lordner is going to step away from the cloud and kind of just move to the back.
Question.
Yes.
Did we hear the direction that she was?
Yes, with what you rolled. He totally doesn't notice Lady Imrabo, and in fact almost steps on her, but she pulls her leg out of the way in time, so he's just kind of moving back out of the way as well. He sees, the Lord Sunwillow, he's just kind of, they're both moving back there. In fact, Lord Sunwillow is going to see him too and kind of move back and disappear into a back room. So he's fleeing. Kleeck, it's your turn now.
Okay. There's fog, and it's loud, and it's noisy, and Kleeck is lunging
It's
for the
not
bow.
fog. It's a little different, and you are 10 feet
Okay.
from your bow.
The first
Yes.
thing I want to do is go for the bow.
Okay. No one's grappling you. No one's in combat with you. No one is hostile to you within range. So you're free to move through people. However, since you can't see, I'm going to have you roll a dex save as you try and move through that space. You can get past the barkeeper pretty well. Yeah, you're fine. You're able to slip past what feels like there's an armored person kind of fumbling their way through the fog there, but you're able to get past. You can get your bow. You're good. You still have the rest of your movement. You just move 10 feet.
If I choose, this room isn't very high, if I remember correctly.
Correct. It's about. I mean, it's pretty high for like an indoor room, but it's not vaulted ceilings that are 20 feet high. It's like maybe 12, 13 feet. It's grand, it's opulent, but it's not.
If I get right here, can I see Eve?
If you get right there, let's see. Okay, if you got there, you could probably see Eve. Here's what I'm going to say, though. You've moved 10 feet on foot, and with your flight speed, that actually would equal 20 feet of your flight speed because it's commensurate to the distance that you've moved, right? And you have 25
I'm
foot.
not entirely sure how the transfer works like that.
I would say it's
complicated and everyone does it
percentage-based.
differently.
I would
That
say
makes
you
sense to me.
moved
I
40
agree.
foot on land, which is where it's like half of your flight speed. So you have 60% left, which means you could fly 30, but you can't fly 40. So I saw you're measuring there.
Okay.
I guess if you flew like directly, maybe. Let's see what you try and do.
I'm just gonna try and get back over here with
Okay.
the last 15 feet of my walking speed, get
Yeah.
out of the fog, and have myself like readied with my bow for my own self-defense.
Okay, cool. Totally.
And I still have an action.
Yes.
Can I use that for a perception check to try and get a read on what the heck is going on in here?
Yes.
Ooh!
With the 22, it smells like a smoke bomb, which you've actually witnessed go off before in your travels, and you can tell that this smoke is it's filling the space. It's hard to see through. It's going to affect the combat, affect people being able to see each other, affect noise a little bit. It's probably not going to dissipate without someone putting some effort into that. Other than that, it sounds like there's maybe not like just full combat broken out, but there's definitely chaos in the room right now. You can hear people shouting orders. You can hear some vomiting in the distance. There's definitely some general and magical confusion.
All right, I'm going to lock eyes with Brightleaf in front of me as I get my bow like ready to go, and that will be my turn.
She has her bow out, and she's already starting to like kind of peek out of cover, and it looks like she's got her bow ready. So yeah, okay. That ends then Kleeck's turn as you both get ready for the next wave. The Colonel is going to start stepping into the cloud, kind of knowing the direction that he was supposed to go in, and as he steps forward and gets close enough, he is going to be stabbed by Rhea, who is trying to protect everyone else in the party. Can't see, but wants to make sure that she stabs. So she's going to have advantage, but she's also going to have disadvantage because she can't see. So she's not going to get backstab, right?
No, Yoga's there. He's within 5 feet of an ally.
Oh, so it's either or. I forgot that. Okay, yeah. So it's 1d20 plus what Rhea's thing is, which is the 7.
It's a straight roll for attack, but
it's an 8. It's gonna hit. So it's 1d4 plus 5.
Dab him. Get him.
Sneak attack over.
Plus
Sneak attack!
6.
I love the mechanics of sneak attack. Yoga is doing nothing in
Holy
this
shit.
situation, but it works.
He just caused 3d6 damage. What do you mean he's doing nothing?
No, I mean like...
Yeah, that backstab just
I'm
did
talking about
14 damage.
I'm talking about the mechanics of like sneak attack in itself. Like, it makes no sense that Yoga provides sneak attack from existing but I'll take it.
I've seen some arguments on like whether, you know, they have to be aware of an enemy within 5 feet for the sneak attack to apply. Like if you have an invisible teammate next to them and a rogue sneak attacks them, does it get sneak attack? Same thing here, really. But
I guess, yeah, mechanically the awareness does affect whether or not
In any case,
advantage
she's
is
hidden.
done. But yeah. Yeah, no, she's hidden. She's not
It
seen,
makes
and
sense.
she used her held action to do that. So her held action reaction was to stab, and she just stabbed. And now the colonel is like, what in the hells? And he's going to you're going to hear a shing as he redraws his sword that he had put away, and he's going to chop twice in the direction of Rhea. And they're both going to be at disadvantage because he can't see either. But it's going to happen. So 2d20.
Isn't it still just a straight roll?
no, he's not getting
no.
advantage from anything.
He doesn't get advantage from it.
He's getting
That's correct.
advantage from the fact that Rhea is blinded, basically. That's the whole thing. That's the whole argument.
right. It kind of evens out with fog cloud.
Oh, yeah,
Everything
so-
is a straight
Your
roll in
attack-
this cloud
D20.
because because
That's funny.
yes, he can't see where he's aiming, but Rhea can't see where his attackers. Yeah,
So for Rhea, does that hit?
Also, Lucy, I'm sorry
does,
if I
okay.
just got your girlfriend stabbed.
8 plus 3. Rhea takes 8 slashing damage. 30.
Lucy loves a kebab.
Hey, I mean, like, you know, just
And then for the second
As long-
attack,
she's still like a food source.
she's still a food source. So that's also going to hit.
Oh god, I've
4,
killed Rhea.
6. So Rhea is well, you can't see her. You just hear and maybe the splash of blood on marble. For her part, it's now Rhea's turn, and she is going to take another stab at the thing in front of her. And she's going to miss horribly, and then she is going to bonus action disengage and move in the opposite direction of it. So I'm going to have her also make a dex save as she tries to maneuver her way away from things that are trying to stab her. So let me see what her dex save would be. It's
Bonus action disengage is pretty poggers in this
Yeah.
scenario.
oh yeah,
It's
when
in
it's
every scenario.
when it's packed. Yeah, so she's gonna be able to.
It is particularly strong in this scenario, Kleeck. Okay.
She slides underneath the
agree.
table and comes out of the cloud, and then uses the rest to run past. Let's see this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. She can get to here. So that's Rhea running the hell away from something that just slashed her twice. Anyone can see her now. She's looking pretty hurt. She's bleeding. There is crimson hair colored splashes on where her hair doesn't grow from. So she's bleeding from places. That's going to be then the next person's turn. Sir Aaron Invostro, the lady who was standing with the colonel, she is also going to move out of the cloud, and then from this position pull her sword out, and then like move back into the cloud and kind of try to assess the situation, see the cracked staircase, see the nobles starting to maneuver out of the cloud as well, seeing some of her troops starting to maneuver inward. And she will just kind of ready herself. And now we go to Eve Razzan. Is there anything I need to do on her turn because she's poisoned?
No. She's just poisoned until my next turn.
Until your next turn. Okay.
I have a special treat for her next turn.
Okay. Let me pull up her card and look at what she's got.
Y'all went like, we need to kill the bitch.
No, I want to kill the bitch.
I'm just Yoga's scared. He's very scared. He's a scared little turtle.
Must kill
He's
the
a
bitch.
he's a pretty big turtle, but he's a scared little turtle.
We get to use our level 6 features in this fight, right?
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah, if you have level 6 stuff, absolutely.
Good.
Sometimes. So she is going to... She is going to cast another spell that no one sees her cast, because you can't see her right now. I'm going to have the same thing as before, a 10-foot radius circle, where the following people need to make wisdom saving throws.
No.
Even if she can't see.
Let's see, does she need to see?
Ah.
It just
Some
says
spells
this,
specify a point that you can see. Others say it's just a point that you're
a
choosing.
point you choose within range.
Mhm.
So wisdom save?
Yep, with Yoga, you pass.
Also, yeah. Fuck you, Eve.
Lucy, you just barely do not pass. You are confused.
No.
I will
What's
add.
that mean?
It means that on each turn, you will roll a 1d10 to randomly determine what you do, and then at the end of you can roll the wisdom save again to pass. Leon, you also pass. So you will lose at least one turn, and you're right after this.
What level spell is that?
4.
That's dumb.
Yep.
Okay, I understand now.
And
I
then
recognize the spell because I know
Boy.
that spell and another spell is like
Get
from
to
Warlock.
skip my turn.
after casting that, she will retreat out of view upstairs, kind of half stumbling. And let me roll for... Gareth Miles is already confused, so let me roll for the other knight here. He also managed to avoid it, so it was only Lucy who was affected. So Lucy, on your turn, roll a 1d10. So with a 5, you do not move or take actions. Roll your save once more to see if you are
Oh,
you
fucking
are
great.
still confused. So we will move to the next person. Sir Francis Haybrook steps out, turns and sees Kleeck lifting up his sword and says, "Little bird man, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Are you going to surrender?"
No. I glare at him. I
You know what,
turn my
Lucy?
beak up at him.
Rolls
Lucy.
the stab.
I'm going to say that both your anger at the moment at being confused and also your determination in the night so far, I'm going to let you roll with advantage to overcome it. Please roll another wisdom save. That bitch. She has a high DC. Unfortunately, a 14 did not do it. So, Kleeck, are you not surrendering then?
Nope.
Okay, then he is going to take 2 swings at you. That's going to miss. That's also going to miss.
I didn't even have to tell you.
Nope.
He can
So
try.
The swordsmen are going to move in. Several that were they were attacked by Captain Miles. They're all going to kind of step in and take swings at him. So I'm just going to do the 3, and each of them is plus 4. So okay, 2 of them are going to hit then, and each of those is going to do 1d8 plus 2. So Gareth Miles is going to take 13 damage from the 2... Wait, they should have been at disadvantage because they're attacking in the cloud, but he also can't see them. So, oh yeah, the whole straight roll thing. Got it. Bleh. And I'm going to have taking damage be a trigger for also being able to possibly get out of this. But Gareth is a brick, as was stated earlier. So the Imperial Swordsman will continue to sort of move in. Then it's Yoga's turn.
Okay, I only need 110 rounds to ritual cast Phantom Steed.
That's not long.
Okay, no. First, what he's gonna do is he's gonna crawl under this table, and he's gonna actively be prone.
Okay.
It doesn't stop me from casting spells, right? Because I can still make.
Correct. Roll acrobatics real quick just to see how well you can wedge yourself in the shell.
Okay. Acrobatics. Is at the top.
Yeah, you do a good job of shoving yourself under the table. You see that the table leg nearest to the side that you're on is a little bit lifted up, but you feel that you have some pretty good cover here under this table. You're not in your shell, are you? But you're underneath the table, and you have a shell. Whatever, you get what
I
I mean.
am not in my shell currently.
You're just under the table. So, yep, that's some of your movement. 5 feet. You're under the table.
And I'm casting web at a point within range, so I think it'd be like in the middle of this square. And I'm casting it at the level of above the table, so it wouldn't. So
Okay,
slightly above.
So you're casting a web right there that is going to be above the table and to the ceiling. Is that like the area that it's filling, right? Because I think you have to actually pick.
Wait, what was the question?
Please do not web me.
I can't see you.
So when you cast web, I think you have to pick 2 points for it to like hang between.
Oh, okay. Let me just.
You can put web just on the floor.
Or between floor and ceiling.
Yeah, or you can just put it on the floor. It's up to you. Sorry, I was just saying, like, I think you can put it between struck the whole area, or you can just put it on the floor, and then it'll be like if you walk on the floor there.
Yeah. No, I want it to the ceiling.
Okay, so that area, and let me draw that.
Because it's a 20-foot cube, so it can reach from both from the ceiling to the floor.
So it was this spot?
Move up 1 square.
Okay.
I'm assuming because I'm under the table that the web doesn't actually.
I will say that it does not get you because you went under the table and could fit, and you cast it above the table. Yeah.
All right.
It's a 20-foot cube, so.
Sorry, Kleeck.
Why?
I
A creature
can't
restrained.
see
Okay.
you.
I'm
So when
trying
you
to
start
take
your
the
turn,
wicked bitch.
when you start your turn, you'll have to make a dexterity saving throw, but otherwise you're fine for now. So Yoga, that was your action. You have 5 feet of movement that you've used, and your action. You still have a bonus and a reaction. And
Don't
some
have
more
anything
movement.
more bonus. That's my entire term is me hiding. Let's go.
Got it. All right. The Imperial Hammers, which are these other guys, also move forward, and he's not starting his turn. Each creature that starts or enters them. Okay. So let me see if he is 1d20 plus, because they can't see these either.
That was part of the plan.
So this guy is restrained as he walks into some webs. This gentleman is going to step in as well, and he is going to. I'm going to see if he notices anyone. Yeah, so he's going to notice you, Leon, and he's going to swing his warhammer at you. So you don't know it's coming, and you probably... Is a 15 enough to hit you? Are you hit by that warhammer?
Yes.
All right, so kind of out of nowhere in the smoke cloud, you are hit by a warhammer in the gut, and it does 8 bludgeoning damage to you. Yeah, so ow. The other hammermen are moving in, but they can't. One of them, they can't really see what they're going for. They're just moving into the smoke cloud to try and stop whatever's happening. Yarny Stokeford, this dwarf here is going to run past, and start trying to get out of the room. In fact, I'm going to say that he uses his dash action and moves even farther out of the room. Mayor Zinfelter is going to step out of the cloud and just be running away from what's going on and pick a door to go in and go in a door. Lady Gardenio is, I made that name backwards, is also going to step out, is going to look to the Duke and will stay with him, and I'm going to see if she notices the hidden... I think she'll notice Lady Imrabo, and she will hunker down with them. Father Bundschwidt is going to see the guards and soldiers advancing in the direction of Bron, and will have seen, the shot against Eve a moment ago, and will hop into the smoke cloud and disappear. So no one will see what he's doing now, but he is going to, and with no one hostile to him, move past and exit the smoke cloud, heading upstairs. Adelaide Moshena will also, like the other nobles, run into one of the back rooms. The bartender, who had the worst initiative order and was just attacked, will... there's no attacks of opportunity, so he's going to hop back over the bar and retreat behind the counter and into another room. And we are back to top of the order with Brightleaf. She is going to peek over the counter, and let's see what she can see. She can see this guy menacing Kleeck, now wrapped in webs. And she can see these fellows, because there's no smoke cloud line of sight, at least between this guy. So she's going to go ahead and take 2 shots at that fellow.
Who's she shooting?
The Imperial soldier that's heading towards Bron. That is viewable.
Okay.
So that's 2 hits. Let's see. Nope, that first one will miss. The second one will hit. And it will do... So that gentleman takes 11 damage as Brightleaf sends a shaft into his chest just above where his shield was raised. And she then ducks back down and is behind cover again. The captain's men are going to try and... Hearing that people are attacking the captain, these 2 are going to rush back in and attack the soldiers from behind. This guy, who is wrapped in webs, is going to have to make a dex save. He is restrained. This one is going to try and get Ugturk to wake up. So he is going to give him a wisdom save. And it's going to fail. Alright, so for the attacks, the Sichuan guardsmen are going to come behind the soldiers, and to protect their captain, they are going to... Where'd that go? Yep, 5. That's a miss. That's a miss. So... Oh, they multi. No, they don't. Okay. Yep, so they miss, although they're trying to attack and do much to affect the situation. However, this one will step up with Bron and will actually charge and engage the soldier that was just hit with an arrow. So he is going to take a swing as well. That will unfortunately not hit. The soldier raising a shield, and the 2 are shield blocked in a combat behind the table there at the edge of the smoke cloud, and that is the captain's men. Bron, you see this. Your turn.
I got my man's back. I'm coming right over here.
Yep.
Bonus actioning Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Bonus
And
action,
then-
Shield of Faith.
I will make an attack with my pike.
Yep. You lance over the shoulder of your comrade.
And it does not hit.
It is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Damn.
So again, this soldier, he's got his shield. He's working hard with it. And he knows how to use it. So
All right. That's yeah. That's it, boss.
got it. Lady Immerbo is going to kind of assess the situation and wait. Landerfelt is going to Wimbley is going to realize that there's a bunch of fighting happening next to him, and he's going to run in this direction. Notice Brightleaf and be like, "Woo!" And that's his turn. Leon, your turn.
Who'd we lose?
Mm-hmm. Jax.
Leo's Jax.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy did he take disadvantage when he hit me? I'm trying.
Well, you can't see him, so he has advantage, and he can't see you really, so he has disadvantage. So it washes, and that's why it was a straight roll.
Okay.
Here in the cloud, all things are even.
Dark vision doesn't go through
The
smoke.
equalizer.
The equalizer.
Dark vision doesn't go through smoke, right?
Correct.
No.
It is heavily obscured, not dark.
Okay. I'm trying to remember how smoke works.
Yeah.
Darkness is a method of heavily obscuring.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
When
it is.
Kaiman was still here, we had to talk about whether or not I cast fog cloud over his darkness. He wouldn't be able to see because you'd see through the darkness to see through fog cloud.
He would see fog in the darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
A dark fog.
Sorry, I cut your turn off. Go ahead, Leon.
Washes over.
So, Leon, you were targeting Eve last turn, but you
Yeah.
can't see whether or not you hit her, and you don't know whether she's still there.
Yep, but I know I just got sucker punched out of nowhere.
Yeah, you just got a warhammer to the gut.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to do it this way. I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch and use that melee attack on him.
Please roll to hit.
Okay, I hope this.
I
goes
hope
like
you
it's
do.
supposed to.
I hope you do. This is gonna be
Guys, I
Baller
would
if you
cast
do.
haste. I would cast haste if I could do it in the safety of my cloud, but I need to see you.
I could really use haste right now.
No.
Unfortunately, a 13 is not going to hit.
I have a wicked bitch to chase.
So you're gonna call this vampiric energy into you and like lash out at this dude, and you get a handful of shield.
Yeah. Ouches, my fingers. Let's make sure it didn't have anything about bonus action. It does not, but it's still up, so it is what it is.
It's funny, even flanking doesn't do anything in the cloud. So being heavily
right.
outnumbered, even if they had pack tactics, for instance, it doesn't matter.
That's why
it all
I
gets
mentioned the
equalized.
casting because I never even realized up until the start of the session that I didn't have fog cloud prepared. But it was like, yeah, fog cloud in this room would do wonders. No advantage, no disadvantage.
All right, so
Communism equal.
That's my turn.
got it. Ugturk is going to do a random. He is going to, I believe, use all its movement in a random direction. So, 1d8. He's going to run into the wall, and I'm going to strength check to see if he bursts out the window. And he's strong, so maybe he does. No, he runs into the window, and it cracks against his impact, which, he's not really paying attention, his unseeing eyes. And then he's going to do his... He does not break free of the confusion. So that is Chief Ugturk's turn. The mayor's bodyguards are going to, knowing that their charge has left, will retreat with her and guard the door. One will go in, and one will stand in front of it and maybe go in a moment. Captain Miles with the same randomness. Random is going to do nothing that turn, and let's see. Nope, still confused. Ms. Belfort, the knight, is going to continue to look for Lucy and call out to her. Lucy, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw as you hear your name called out by someone. Advantage. Ooh, you know what? That's one away. It not yet. All right, so let's see if she can get to you. She continues to randomly try and find her way through the cloud. She steps out of the cloud with her random roll of 4, tries to get her bearings, and heads back in. She finds there are a lot of knights in her way, and that is her turn. Duke Lorgner is going to do nothing. Sun Willow's gone. Kleeck, your turn. Please roll a dex save as you are in some webs.
I have a question.
Yes.
Those webs were just cast over the floor, yes? I am
To the
hovering.
ceiling. Floor to the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are restrained.
Hey, it's not so bad, Kleeck. You can make a strength check to get out of that.
I don't have my action surge!
Well, do you want to use a strength check to try and escape this restraint?
It's my only option.
A little bit. What's the spell set? I think a 16 is enough to beat your DC.
Yep.
That's the max his DC could be. If it's higher, I have an issue.
Yes.
Another one.
You have broken free of the restraining webs.
Using my action. Alright.
Technically, since the knight hasn't had to roll to see if he's restrained yet, because it hasn't been his turn and he hasn't moved into it or started in it, he can use his attack of opportunity if you try to escape. His view is like reach.
I really don't care.
I know. I'm just saying. It's an interesting thought.
I want here.
Okay, you can move there.
Fly.
Okay, so he's going to take an attack of opportunity at you, and it is going to that thing go. Yep. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So he is swinging two-handed, and he does 13 slashing damage to you as you fly past him through the webs. However, you are now on the second floor. I'm going to move Eve Razzan to where she would be within your view, as you are now there. So let me reveal some stuff real quick. Come on. Don't be like that. There we go. Yeah, so that second story area that I just revealed is above the room that everyone else is below, and you would be right there. And just because the priest is already heading in that direction, I'm also going to move him upstairs to the stair step that he is there, because he's there with you, moving in the same direction. And with your action and with your movement, you have sight of Eve Razzan, who her poisoning would be gone now after your turn, Bron, correct?
That's right.
Correct. So okay, her poisoning is gone, but she's looking pretty rough. Like she's looking hurt.
Attempt to be stealthy at all as I come up here behind her?
Sure, go ahead and roll stealth.
All right. I may also move right here behind him and at least try to use some cover from that.
That's fine. Makes it a little more believable. Okay, with a 21, you feel pretty confident that you're flying quietly. I mean, you just kind of, other than that one slash that one dude gave you as you got past him, you feel like you were able to get through the crowd and smoke and stuff relatively easily. So, no issues there. Good. You feel hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your turn then?
I don't have anything to do with a bonus action, and I don't have an action surge because I haven't short rested since the house, and I used an action surge to miss 2 attacks on an animated armor. That'll 3
happen.
sessions ago. That
will happen. Well, when you don't rest. The Colonel is here in this cloud, not really sure where the thing that stabbed him went, so he's going to move forward. And I'm going to have him roll perception. So Lucy, he can tell that it's you, and he kind of, you're still confused, but he's going to take you by the arm and try and shake you back to reality. So please go ahead and once more make an advantage wisdom saving throw. Wow, the dice don't want you to be unconfused. So they the colonel is unable to break you free, but is trying. And as that's his turn. He's not going to do anything else. Rhea is going to see the guy slash at Kleeck and kind of let's see. I would say bonus action hide and then probably throw a knife at him. I don't know what her modifiers are, but he's probably not going to passively beat it. Hide. 10. Yeah, 22 is going to be hard to beat passively, and he's not looking for her, so I'm just going to roll with advantage. Plus what her thing is, which is she's going to throw a dagger, so that's going to be a critical hit, and because it was hidden and with advantage, she's going to get backstab boosted 2, so that's 2d4 plus 4 plus 6d6. So she's going to throw a knife at the dude and do a hefty 32 damage in one shot. Throwing haymakers out there, Rhea is. She's then going to duck past and behind Ugturk and hop over the counter behind the bar and be, behind cover and a little bit more out of the knight, Sir Aaron and Vostro, will continue to kind of like clog the upper hall, looking into the cloud. She's going to start calling out to her soldiers, wondering what's going on because she, can hear the clash of steel inside the cloud, but she's not going in. Eve Razzan, on her turn, is going to see the father and is going to say, "What more do you want from me? You saved my men, but they're all dead now." And she's going to continue to run away. And Kleeck, she's not going to notice you, and she's not going to cast a spell. She's actually going to dash and keep running. So, Lucy, it is your turn. We'll do a D10 to see what you randomly do. All right, with a 6, you do nothing, so please roll with advantage. And actually, you know what? With the amount of people just trying to wake you from this, roll advantage. Roll with triple advantage. I don't know. I feel like you should get this, because this is fucking A. You come out of the confusion. You have people slapping you. This magical confusion must end. So I'm going to just say that it ends.
If the spell save is DC, she only had like a 20% chance, which is why it's been so rough.
Right.
She only has a +1.
Right. So it is gone.
Yay.
Sir Francis Haybrook will now roll his dex save of a 2. And he will not be caught in the webs, and he will step free. And I'm going to actually have to make him make a decision. Is he going to go for one or the other? Okay, yeah, he's going to go after Brightleaf, who he sees shooting arrows at his comrades. He's going to step up to her and do 20 plus 7. Swing his longsword at her two-handed, and he will hit. So he's going to do 7 slashing damage, and then hit for 4 or 5 slashing damage. So a total of 12 damage to Brightleaf. Okay, so now it's the Imperial Swords. Does someone want to turn some music back on for the combat? As I think it died.
I'm trying to do that now.
No,
That's
you're
normal.
totally fine. So I'll go from the top left to the bottom right. So we'll go with the guy who's up against Bron. So he's going to take his first attack at you with a longsword. Does a 17 hit? I'm guessing it doesn't with your armor of faith.
Nope.
All right, and with his second attack, because they do have multi, he's also going to miss. So that's his turn. One is going to step up behind the colonel. Can't do anything. These three are all going to take a single attack at the captain. So I'm going to go 20 plus. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. So the other knights will see that they are being attacked from behind by these guardsmen who are trying to protect their captain, and they will attack the one dude. That's going to be a hit, so it's 8 plus 2. It takes 4. And plus 2 is another. All right, so that was the Imperial Swordsman for that turn. Yoga, your turn.
Can I move to like from here to here under the table, or do I need
Yes.
to make? Okay.
His pancake broke.
Yeah.
It seems like it might be.
Okay. I'm gonna take this epic action. And I'm gonna hide in my shell.
Okay. Is that an action to do, right?
That is an action to do, and I can basically do literally nothing else while I'm in the shell.
Okay, you are hidden inside your shell. Your AC increases and table. Awesome. You're well hidden. Incredible. Is that
I'm
your turn?
avoiding the TPK. Yes, I am.
All right. The Imperial Hammers are going to step in. The same guy is going to take another swing. All right. Well, actually, I'll have this one try and take a swing at Miles. That's 4. It's going to miss. I'm going to have one take a swing at Leon. That's going to hit. So 1d8 plus 2. 3 damage, minimum damage to you, Leon, as a grazing blow from the Warhammer fellow. And then let's see. One's going to attack back at the guy behind him. He's going to miss. And that's the hammers. Yarny is going to continue to run that direction and be in the cafe now, hiding. Likewise, the barmaids have also run.
What
the
are
mayor
you sending me now?
missing. Lady Gardenio staying in the same spot. The father upstairs. All right, let's head upstairs real quick. The father is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can he even see her? Barely. He can't. I would say he can barely not see her. So let's look at his spell list. Okay, so he is going to... Nope, okay, he can't do anything, so he's going to now dash so that he can 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Lady Moshena is going to... She's already hidden. She's done. Bartender Jeevius, he is gone. So it's Brightleaf's turn. Brightleaf is being attacked in close combat, so she's going to pull out 2 arrows and shoot them at point blank because that's she's being attacked. That's going to be a crit. So let's go ahead and roll damage. You see a lance of fire burst out of the arrow as she shoots at him at point blank. So that is a fire arrow. 1d6. 8, 5, 6. Oh, when it was a crit. So 8. So it does 22 damage. The first shot pinging into this dude. And another arrow shot. This one is actually going to hit as well. And you see another lance of fire. This one not as damaging. Slam into the heavily armored old man knight. And that is Brightleaf's turn as she just kind of squares off with a dude at point blank, just unloading magic arrows into him. The captain's men, one is going to continue to try and get Ugturk out of his delusional daze.
That guy
Let's
was
go.
restrained, right?
Oh yeah, let's see if he actually gets out of that then. 1d2. He can do it from where he is. Well, no, he couldn't. He's restrained. So yeah, let's see if he. Yeah, he's able to break free. He breaks free of the restraints and is able to fail to get Ugturk to come to. The other guardsman. One, I'm going to have help Bron right here. Going to take a swing. That's going to be a hit, so he's going to do 1d plus. That's sad that Pancake's down.
Yeah.
4
It's not
damage to the
working?
dude in front. Yeah, it's just. I'm going to have the other guys. All right.
I got this.
Thank you. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a hit.
What do they do? Shoot you Turk in the toes?
Oh no, there's combat between the guards and the soldiers here along the perimeter. Bron, your turn.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon right here.
Okay, let me find it and drop it. Got it.
Alright, and then I'm gonna attack that guy. on
Roll to
Brightleaf
hit.
right now.
Sir Francis Haybrook. Give him a haymaker. That'll hit. 21 will hit.
Fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, he's got a high AC too. He's wearing plate mail. 6.
Boom, boom. Alright, then I'm gonna do another spear attack against the guy in front of my friend here.
Got it. He is looking beaten up. Like for all the armor that this dude's wearing, he has taken. There's like sticking out of like his his ribs. They found a perfect chink in his armor there. That pike hit is definitely going to go through.
Hell yeah.
So is that the 9 damage for the one-handed?
That's right.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be a 9 damage with the. So yeah, this guy's looking hurt. This swordsman that you have in front of you, he's holding up his shield. He's trying to fend off the two of you together, but he's doing a pretty bad job of it right now. And you're able to you're wearing him down. So
I'm gonna use a Channel Divinity Touch of Death on him.
Okay,
That's,
and what does that add?
17 necrotic damage.
17 necrotic damage. With that addition, he's looking like he looks like he's gonna throw down his sword. Like he looks like he's gonna call for quarter. He's messed up. So that's where that's at.
Alright, sick.
Cool. I'm actually gonna give him a morale broken signifier. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Lady Immerbow is going to stay hidden and watch and wait. Wimbley Landerfelt is going to see the swords appear in the air next to him and these two fighting and be like, ah! And run away and then duck underneath this table. And then, that's where he's going to stay. Leon.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
If he could see you, he'd be like trading eyes with you and being like, this is the right thing to do. We should both stay hidden, but you're in the smoke cloud underneath the webs.
Because
So
I'm
he can't
better
see
than
you.
him.
Yeah, you're better than
I'm even
him.
more protected.
Exactly. So, Leon, what you got?
Christ.
You feel
Like-
surrounded on both sides.
Yeah, that is an accurate representation of what's happening. I think there's anything to do without hitting someone else. All right, I've still got Vamp Touch on, so I'm going to make another swing at this guy.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, big money. A 26 will hit.
All right, so he takes 10 necrotic damage, and I heal 10.
Nice. Absolutely. As you reach out, you can't see, but you can feel as your hand kind of snakes underneath a piece of his breastplate, and you can get not the skin, but you can get the fabric underneath, and your necrotic touch is able to get a hold of him, and you can feel the life essence pulled out through your fingertips and into your body, and you definitely feel that hit onto him. So anything else? That was just your action, yeah?
Yes.
Can you get 5 or 10 HP from that?
Let's see.
Actually, let me read that
Hit
as
half. Yeah, so 5.
Okay, so I'd get 5. So let me knock that down a little bit.
Also, did you roll concentration to keep it up when you were hit last?
I thought
'Cause
he
it
got
is
hit
a con
before.
Oh, he got hit twice. So it was once before he cast it and once after. So just a quick concentration check.
Okay.
I think it was a minimum damage too. So it's like, it's not a high DC.
It's just 10.
Yeah.
It's almost always 10 unless it's above 20 damage because it's
half the damage dealt. Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely, you are able to hold concentration. So yeah, the spell goes off, you use it. But yeah, bonus action movement.
All right. That is well, movement, bonus action. Nah, I got nothing. That'll be it.
All right. Ugturk is going to random.
Come on, dude. I
She's
was counting on you.
he's going to attack in a random direction. So the only one within range guard that's trying to get him out of it. He's going to 1d20 plus 6.
Oh my god! Did you send them again?
He's going to swing and a miss at the elite guardsman that's trying to snap him out of it. And then he is still confused. So the mayor's bodyguards, one of them is going to step into the room and disappear from sight. Captain Miles, he is going to be random. And his randomness is the creature can act and move normally because he rolled a 9 through 10. So he's going to come to, and you're gonna feel this. He's still affected by it, but for this turn he can be normal. And he's going to realize that he is surrounded by people that are attacking him, even in the business. And he's going to rage. So, at what level of barb are you like no longer influenced by charm spells when you rage? I forget. Does someone remember offhand?
I think it's Berserker Barbarian specifically at
Only
level
Berserker.
6. That you can no longer be charmed or frightened while raging. And if you are beforehand, it's suspended.
Cool, good to know. Then I will just mark one off and say that he's just used a rage. He's still technically confused, but he's gonna tank damage for a little while. So, with that, he's going to try and find a way out of this. That was bonus action to rage. Let's see. What do you got? Okay, he is going to, as a... Well, that was a bonus action already. So, he's probably just going to attack twice at the people that are attacking him. So, roll those attacks for him. Just 7.
Action economy dictates that Captain Miles will not win.
So 1 hit for sure, and that's going to be a 1d4 plus 4. Oh, wait, no, he's raging, so he does 8 damage to one of the dudes next to him, and after that, he's going to attempt to hop over the table, feeling his way, taking 2 attacks of opportunity. One is a crit, and 1 will miss. So that's going to be 2d8 plus 2. So he's going to take 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So he takes a small slash. And he's going to then, that's 5 foot of movement, step away from that as well and take 2 more attacks of opportunity. One is going to be a crit. Another's going to miss as well. So that's 2d8 plus 2. And that's going to be cut in half as well. So 4 damage. So 4. And that was 10 feet of movement to get out of range of 4 people. He's going to charge forward. And he's going to get to the edge as he runs into Sir Aaron in Vostro. And that will be his turn. Anna is continuing to look for Lucy, and now worried and blocked by steel bodies that are trying to probably attack Lucy. She's going to start lashing.
Be hostile to them?
They're not necessarily hostile to you, but they're hostile to whatever was happening, and a lot of them saw a smoke bomb go off in that area and are fumbling to get there. So you're in danger just by virtue of being there, but apparently not from the colonel who was trying to get you out of it. So it really looks like it's mostly just Leon right now who's being swarmed and the captain who's left the spot. But it's hard for anyone to see. All the motion in the area is kind of making the smoke dissipate a little bit faster than it would if no one were moving. There's a lot of activity, but it's still there for now. So you can't really tell. But they're you can sense them and hear them coming in your direction, kind of. But yeah, so Anna is going to start attacking to get to you. That's going to miss, and that's also going to miss. And that's her turn. Yep. Duke Lorgner is going to see Captain Miles starting to emerge from the smoke, and we'll see that the knight over here and the captain appear to be facing off, even though they're not actually fighting yet. And he will do nothing and kind of stay. Although it appears he's reaching for something. And Sun Willow won't do anything. Kleeck, it's your turn, so let's move the camera up to where you are.
Alright. Firstly, I'm flying over here.
50
To
feet.
this corner of the room.
Yes. From there, you have a good bead on Eve Razzan, who is... she's limp running away, and the father is chasing after her. Neither of them are being overtly hostile to one another, but she appears to be fleeing him.
I would like to fire at Eve Razzan.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Okay, sharpshooter.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Is that a hit?
19. Let's see. She has a... Yep, that's going to be a hit.
That's a sharpshooter, so it's 14.
Oh, a 14. Okay then, a 14. As your arrow comes hurtling towards her at supersonic speeds, she's going to turn at the last second and see it, and you're going to see her wave her hand, and she doesn't have shield, so she's going to get hit by the arrow. Oh, wait, no, she does. She does have shield. Sorry, I was looking at the level 0 spells. Bing! So your arrow is going to be just barely deflected, unless you have some sort of thing that you're going to do to make it have a higher to hit. But otherwise,
yes.
your shot's going to miss. Oh,
I do.
Kleeck, what are you
Martial
going to do?
Adept, precision attack.
Oh. Roll your
I get to add a
D6
D6
superiority
to the attack
die.
roll.
So now,
Make it
instead
an
of a
18.
14, it's an 18, and an 18 beats a 17 AC.
Oh
So your
my
sharpshooter shot will actually, she's going to deflect it, but like your shot was done expertly. So like you thought, I've seen shield before. I know how that works. I wonder if she has that. She seems magical. Let me just, and you take the shot just so, you take that extra nanosecond to like just calibrate and be like, if I go a little bit farther in behind the center of mass, if she tries to deflect it, it'll go right into her. And that's exactly what happens. So please roll damage.
25 plus the poison from the poisoned arrow. Can I get the effects of that again whenever you have a chance, Bron? And last arcane shot, grasping arrow.
Okay.
Oh, you got an arcane. Did you get an arcane shot on level up?
No, I have proficiency bonus times. This is my third one.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I thought you ran
6
out.
straight poison damage from arcane shot. And her speed is reduced by 10 feet, And if she moves, she takes 2d6 slashing damage on each turn the first time she moves, until she removes it with an action that requires an athletics check.
Let me just roll a Constitution save for the not super. Not for the not super. Ooh, she fails.
2d6 necrotic damage, 8 necrotic damage, and health reduced by that amount, and she's poisoned for the subsequent turns and has to make that save on every turn. To recap, 25 piercing, 6 poison, 8 necrotic, for a total of 39 damage, and her speed is reduced. And to get rid of that, and she takes damage if she moves, unless she takes the action to remove it. And
I think
she
her
has that
speed's reduced
continuing
because
poison.
she's dead.
She's not dead. She is down.
Yeah. True.
Your arrow slams into her, whether it's the poison, whether it's the force of the arrow, whether it's the fact that she's now wrapped in like writhing brambles that are kind of like lacerating her and digging into her skin. The blood-red dress of Eve Razzan is now dripping with more than just rubies and sapphires as she tumbles onto the ground and is still for a moment, her chest barely rising with ragged breaths as she fights to survive in this moment. She's still alive, and you have another attack. She's technically prone, though, so you'll have disadvantage.
On a still prone target that's unconscious.
Yeah,
wait, that would
they're
cancel
prone.
out because unconscious and incapacitated like gives you advantage.
Then yeah, it's you'd have a straight shot if you're going to shoot at her.
Unconscious is advantage. Kleeck's gonna take a moment considering this one.
Please roll perception.
Mm.
Okay, that's fine. Go on. Go on with your bad self.
As I ready this next arrow, I'm looking at the priest here. What's happening here?
Then roll again, because you have advantage.
Oh.
Okay, you notice that he's giving you an incredibly disapproving glare as he sees the mostly dead Eve Razzan with an arrow protruding from her, and you readying another arrow. He doesn't look happy with what you're doing. But he can't stop you, so...
God! I'm in the moral dilemma now!
Hey,
fuck him, killer!
Do you.
Kleeck's gonna take a shot.
Roll to hit.
Normal shot.
Roll
shot.
That's gonna hit. That's what, two death saves? Or no, that's
piercing.
It's not a critical hit automatically unless it's
Melee.
melee, right? Okay, so that's just one death save down. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily melee, it's if you're within 5 feet, is what it is.
Right. So she's
okay,
down a
that
death
makes
save.
sense.
Yeah, you could just point blank shoot them with an arrow, yeah, okay. So she's down a death save, she's been hit. You hit her body with another arrow and it thuds into her, and the frown deepens, and the priest looks angry with you and kind of he seems to be half rounding on you and half torn between trying to like also help but maybe subdue. He seems very troubled in this moment.
I'm going to give him a slight shake of my head as I use second wind to try and get back some HP.
Go ahead, roll HP. Alright, you get 8 HP back.
That is my turn. And all of my limited use things gone.
The colonel, still trying to get Lucy's attention. Lady Coventry! Lady Coventry, you need to get out of here!
But which way?
He begins kind of just pulling you in the general direction. He's going to attempt to grapple you to pull you out of the cloud. Will you accept that, or will you fight it?
I accept it.
Okay, so he grapples you. I'm not going to have him roll because he's going to get you. And he's going to pull 15 feet because he has to go half speed. So I'm going to grab both of you. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's pulling you away from the cloud. You're still in the cloud, but you get the sense that you're moving towards the fringes of it, and that is his turn. Rhea's turn. She's going to peek over the counter and see what ridiculousness is going on, and she's going to... Let's see. Can she see past the giant brick of orc? Within 5 feet. Technically doesn't need to hide. Over long range would need to hide in order to get the advantage. So she's going to bonus action hide. Yeah, she's probably going to get caught by passive, so she's not going to hide very well. And then she's going to throw a knife, and it is going to ting off of the armor of the knight, who's just going to cast a backward glance at the little hobbit tossing knives at him. But he can't really deal with that because the elf shooting magic arrows at him is a lot more dangerous right now, kind of. Sir Aaron Vostro is going to see Captain Miles coming out of the cloud at her, and she is going to roll 2 attacks with her longsword. So, one's going to hit. And she's going to do 5 damage to Captain Miles because he's raging. Eve Razzan, she's going to make a death save, and I'm going to whisper it because I don't know, you don't get to see it. Okay.
Oh, I want to see it, Brent.
I know. She doesn't appear to be dead yet. Lucy, it is your turn. You are still in a fog cloud. You are being pulled out of it. The grip is starting to loosen as the colonel gets to the edge of the cloud with you. So you're technically not grappled anymore as you're getting close. Still trying to pull you out of it, for instance. Like, he's still saying, like, this way, this way. But he's not, like, manhandling you. So you're not grappled anymore.
Can you call everybody off? There's no need to fight.
But the explosion!
It's a smoke grenade.
But why is it going off? The orc was attacking. I hear sounds of combat, and you can hear ting, ching, ting, ting. Like there's combat in the room now.
I bet your men probably went to attack my friends, and my friends are defending themselves. It's the magic of that witch.
Roll persuasion.
For the love of Christ, please give me a good roll.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you.
yes!
Yes, survival of the fittest.
So, with that, the colonel is no longer hostile towards you, and though you can't see it, you sense a change in the presence that was pulling you, and so a bit of sternness seems to enter his voice, and he appears to be about to issue a command. However, it's not his turn, and it's going to take an action for him to do that. So on his turn, he will issue some form of command because you have persuaded him with a dirty 24. That was pretty. So do you have anything else you want to do in your turn? That was just your action. You still have bonus, reaction, and move.
Would he be willingly to still, like, get out of the fog?
He will allow you to pass him, yes. He's not hostile. The soldiers are not hostile to Lucy, as she is not a convict.
Like, if he was still kind of, like, holding on, could I at least, like, move him to where, like, he's out the fog? Is that a thing?
Are you asking if you can maneuver him out of the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say that if you're doing it, he will allow you to pull him out of the fog too. So 5 foot of movement, that'll take 10 feet of your movement, because basically it's the same thing he did to you. He grapple pulls you, so you're kind of like pulling him out too. So half speed for that bit of movement. You're both out now. You have 20... Well, sorry. You have minus 10 feet of movement, but you have the rest of your turn.
We're just gonna start waving all the fog away if we can.
Okay. Bonus action, wave fog away. Go ahead and do a basic strength check to see how much you can fan your arms to make the cloud dissipate. Lucy just waving her arms at it. Wow, with that, you feel like you're able to clear a little bit of the fog cloud. Let me just freehand that. Get some gray up in her. I'm going to say that you're able to remove a portion of fog equal to that amount there.
Cool.
Windmill maneuver.
Yeah, windmill maneuver. You waved some of, but powerful localized gust of wind. Oh, yoga underneath the table. So, Lucy, anything else? That was an action and a bonus action. Bonus action windmill. Kleeck upstairs be slaying.
I do not have anything. Oh my god, wait, Kleeck's up there. Oh shit. I didn't even realize
He
that.
killing. He's slaughtering. He's stabbing.
Yeah,
He's
good
shooting.
Kleeck. Good boy.
Good Kleeck. Good boy.
Kleeck, good burp.
He's to buy you another artifact later.
Yeah, or just trying to keep name good so you have somebody with a good name. So we can try to get good names.
Yeah, Kleeck, not gonna lie, I don't think people care about the chicken anymore. After today.
Yeah.
Alright, that's I guess
Worth it.
if somebody were to be hostile towards us and try attacking, we'll just like kinda just have our hand like on our like rapier just in its like kinda holster thing ready. That's about it.
Gotcha. Hand to sheathed rapier, but not drawn yet. Lucy stands at the ready, kind of peering into the clear fogland. Now, Lucy, where you're standing, you can see that you have one of these Sichuan elite guardsmen that appears to be not on your side, backing up this soldier who looks to be turning and starting to flee against Bron and another Sichuan town's guardsman who is fighting alongside you. So that's one of the things that you see outside of the smoke cloud from your new vantage point.
We're gonna turn to that guard real quick and just be like, if you fight your own men.
Roll persuasion with advantage. It's a free action to chat. Morale broken. The Sichuan, guardsman glances over at his friend who he knows, and puts up his weapon, and you see that the colonel is watching this, and acknowledges it with a nod of his head, and kind of raises a hand. I'm just going to have him free action say this, but he's going to put out his hand to both you, Bron, also to the guardsman there, and also to the guardsman who was fighting alongside his soldier. He's going to say, "Stand down." It's your choice if you do that, but he's making the request as a free action. He's going to issue a command in a moment. This is a request. So, Lucy, anything else from you? It's quite a bit of a turn on this turn.
A lot of 6 seconds.
I mean, could I give him my action instead of having it ready? Is that a thing?
You've already used your action to do the persuasion of 2 different people, so...
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's my turn then.
Gotcha. Sir Francis is going to take 2 more two-handed sword swings at Brightleaf, trying to put her down, as it were, as she is lighting him up. Second one's going to hit, so it's 1d10 plus 4. So she's going to take 8 damage from the sword swingery, and it's going to be the Imperial Swordsman's turn. This one is going to step back, and he's put his hands up. The guardsman isn't going to attack of opportunity him. The other swordsmen are going to move into the space. Let's see. I'm going to see if a lot of them can even figure out where Miles went. So one realizes that Miles left and tries to head in that direction. The other 2, one's going to notice you, Leon, so you're going to get attacked from 2 different directions by 2 different swordsmen. Let's see.
Bitch.
Leon, on your next turn, I would
That's
suggest
one hit
a
and one miss.
disengage action.
And
There
you're going to
is-
take 7 slashing damage from the one
hang
hit.
on.
Yeah.
Wait, you said 11?
It was the 11 misses, and the 20 will hit,
Oh, yes.
and it'll do 7 damage.
7, and I'll do that con check in just a second.
Yep.
There is.
There's enough space under this table for the both of you. Both of me and you, Leon. We can be cowards together.
They're just gonna be like, where did you go? Unfortunately, your concentration drops and you are unable to keep your vampiric touch active as you are gashed across the shoulder by one of the wildly swinging fog cloud knights. Let's see, the other ones are going to, that are outside of the cloud, they are going to the guardsmen that are still fighting them, and they have multi-attack while they are outside of the cloud, so it's going to be a miss and a miss. Second one, hit and miss. Third one, miss and miss. So only one hit. They're kind of tanky with shields and breastplates, huh? 5. I got 5 on. Alright, so that is that for the Imperial Swordsman. Yoga, your turn.
Hot take. I'm gonna pass.
Pass. Alright. The Imperial
Also, I'm gonna
Hammers.
use the restroom.
Very well. I'm going to go from the top left down. So, one of the Imperial Hammers, let's see if they chase after Miles or not. Not going to notice. Another one's going to, let's see if he steps out and attacks the... Nope. So these two are milling around inside of the fog cloud, not knowing what to do. One is going to attack Leon and miss. The other two, here and here, are going to fight back against the guards attacking them from behind. And one will hit Anna Belfort, and one will hit one of the guards. So I will roll damage against Anna. Anna takes 10 damage, and I will roll damage against the other guard. 4 damage. So Anna takes a hit, and this guardsman also takes a small hit. All right, Yarny ran away. The mayor ran away. Thorn is already hiding. The priest now. Kleeck, you're still here in the room, right? Like you're still okay. Let's see. What is Father Bundschwidt going to do in this moment? He is going to cast okay, so he's going to take 10 feet of movement, and he is going to cast Spare the Dying. The creature becomes stable, so that will put them at still the negative HP that they're at, but they are no longer dying and taking death saving throws. Then...
Who's not dying?
Eve.
Eve? We want that guy to that girl to die.
Well. So that was one action. And then he is going to, after sparing the dying, cast Sanctuary on Eve Razzan. So, Kleeck, if you're going to attack her anymore, you must make a Wisdom saving throw for her. So, that is Father Bundschwidt's turn, and then he also stands and tries to interpose himself between you. Filling up pool inflatables. That sounds boss. Lady Moshena is hidden, so her turn is going to pass with nothing happening. Bartender Jeevius is hidden, so nothing's going to happen. On Brightleaf's turn, she is going to take 2 more shots at this dude right in front of her. Is it 9? Yeah, it's got to be 9. It's a 9. That's that is actually going to hit. Yep. 8 plus 5 plus... This is a regular arrow. 9. It's also going to hit. So 12 and 12 damage is going to be 24 damage. So the dude is looking just tore up.
Has this
Like,
guy
he-
taken like 100 damage?
Getting close to it.
He's 100 HP, doesn't he?
Getting more. He's close to it though.
Oh,
If you've been counting at home, you would know that he's close to 100 damage. So yes, the captain's men. The captain's men are going to. I'm going to say that the one with you, Bron, is going to keep his shield up, but is not going to advance. He's kind of glancing back at you for guidance, but also there's some doubt in his eyes. He doesn't really seem like he wants to move forward and press the attack. For the other ones, they are all going to keep fighting. So, top one, who's surrounded by 3 dudes, miss. And then the 2 who are fighting the hammer guy in the shadow of the... Yep, just all around, not really getting much done. And one of them is going to try and get Chief Ugturk to... Nope, not going to happen. Bron, your turn.
I'm just gonna say to this guy here, like, with me, bro, and I'm gonna come down here and help out Brightleaf.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna attack with the spiritual weapon first. It's my bonus action.
sure. Roll to hit.
23.
Yeah, roll damage. That hits.
9. And
How do you want to do this? That's it.
He's dead?
He is staggered. I mean, I guess you could say that he
dead.
goes into death saves, but you got more and stuff, so he's down. Do you want to kill him? How do you want to do this? Is my question. Are you going lethal or?
Don't kill.
kill
I'm
him!
gonna- I'm
Kill him!
really torn here. I'm gonna slash his ankles
All right.
with the spiritual weapons.
Yeah, as you do, he goes down. Like he is incapacitated. I'm not gonna say he's dead, but he's now rolling death saves and is down. And that was your bonus action with your spiritual weapon. You took out Sir Francis Haybrook.
Alright. How far did I move? 25 feet?
Yep, you got 5 more.
I'm gonna move here. And that's it.
All right. Lady Imrabo is hidden, and from her hiding spot, she is going to... She is going to throw a dagger at Sir Aaron and Vostra, and it's going to hit really hard. Not the only rogue on the field.
You just attacked?
And then she's going to bonus action hide again. And she's pretty well hidden. So, for a moment, anyone who might be looking will see Lady Imrabo kind of peek out from where she's been hiding for a little while now and throw a dagger at Sir Aaron and Vostro, who is just now bracing to engage in combat with Gareth Miles, who is bursting out of the smoke. And then she hides again very quickly, and very likely with that 25, no one's going to notice her unless they are looking very hard and very well for her.
What a
Hidden in the
badass.
shadows, such as she is. So that is her turn. Wimbley Landerfelt is going to roll to hide. He's also pretty well hidden. I'm just going to leave him there because why not? Actually, you know what? I'm going to pass him to GM Lair. He'll be hidden until he's not. So, Leon, your turn.
Okay. Sensing the danger, what does this table look like? Is it just like an under table? Or Or is there like a wall right here?
No, it's a table with underneath. That's how Yoga got under. There's enough clearance for a turtle to go underneath that table. There's enough for you.
Yeah, but okay. So there is an opening on this side.
Yeah, there is an opening underneath. You could go completely under the and go to the other side.
Okay.
It's like a pool table, right?
Yeah.
That sort of style. You can definitely go underneath it. Kitchen table, whatever. However, if you go underneath it and come out past where Yoga is, you will be going into web. So, not that you can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, disengage action.
Yep.
Under the table and over here.
All right, so please roll a dex save as you climb past Yoga out into some sticky webs that are out from underneath the table.
Dex save there.
You are held fast and restrained by the webs, and Yoga can probably not see it very well because it's still foggy, but you'll have felt him push past you and then get stuck.
I'm just gonna kind of whisper out hello?
Who is there?
What scared turtle?
This.
All right.
Oh,
Is that it for you now that you're restrained?
Yeah, that was my action. So
Oh, Liam.
yeah.
Did you go forward? There's web there.
Oops.
I can tell. It's sticky. Why is this here?
All right. Ugturk is going to attack in a random direction, and it's going to be against that same guard that's trying to help him. And he's going to miss. So then he's going to get another shot to break free, and he's going to fail. The fact that there's no limit on that other than 1 minute, and it definitely hasn't been 10 turns yet. But it's getting there. Mayor's bodyguard's off the screen. Captain Miles going to have to roll to see if he does a random thing. He moves in a random direction. So he's going to move past Sir Aaron and Vostro and bump into the wall. And because he never moved out of her range, she's not going to get an attack of opportunity, but she seems confused because he rushed up to her and burst out of the cloud and seemed ready to fight. And she's like, readies herself. And then he kind of seems to go dumb and walks past her and bumps into a wall. So let's roll to see if Captain Miles breaks free. He does not. So Anna Belfort is going to take her 2 swings. Miss and miss against the person in front of her. Duke Lorgner is going to see Aaron and Vostro get hit by a knife and look around for what could have caused that. So he's going to see if he can find her, and he cannot. So he doesn't see the lady hiding right next to him throwing knives. Sunwillow, nope. Kleeck, your turn.
I don't think I could kill Eve right now if I wanted to. I don't have a third attack.
Yeah, in order to break through the
You could just
the sanctuary,
dying
you'd have to
again.
hit both times and probably get crits and such.
Yeah, I'd have to get at least 1 crit.
You could also just get up close. But you don't have your rapier, so.
Which means I just have to do it normally without
You'd
advantage.
have to claw her. You'd have to use your talons to claw her to death in melee.
He's not willing to do that.
That's pretty hardcore. That is metal. Are you that metal, Kleeck?
No, he barely made the decision to even put another arrow in her once she was down.
Yep.
He's going to look at the priest, and he is going to flap his way away and go back downstairs to help
Alright.
down here.
Gotcha.
He is going to appear right about there?
Yep, that's correct.
Actually, no, that's there.
Yeah,
So I'm probably going to stick there.
that's safe.
Which is here.
Yes.
What can I see?
From there, you can see that the Sichuan guardsmen, the elite guardsmen, are they are fighting against the soldiers along the edge of the smoke cloud. That's what you can see from where you are. Also, in the distance, you can maybe see Rhea hiding behind the counter, and you can maybe also see Chief Ugturk seemingly dazed and confused, but he just took a swing at that guard, and now he still seems confused.
Do I see Gareth attempting to fight this person?
He's not attempting to fight her. He just ran into a wall.
Oh.
She seems like she's ready to fight him, but also is confused that he ran into.
Okay. Please, I'm kind of thinking like if I'm gonna make any shots this turn, it's gonna be at somebody trying to attack someone who I know is friendly. So I'm probably gonna take a couple shots at her.
All right, take your. Wait, yeah, is that what you're gonna do? Is take shots?
Yeah.
Shot. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot.
Good music.
What kind of is she wearing? Any visible armor?
Oh yeah, she's wearing a breastplate.
Okay. I'll take a couple normal shots.
Yep. Miss hit.
I'm glad I didn't sharpshooter it. I ain't gonna complain. 11 piercing.
11. Your arrow thuds into her, and she staggers under the blow, and turns and sees you fluttering top of the staircase, and seems to have a moment of recognition. You and the commander, and wondering who's probably the bigger threat, the big beefy like raging Gareth Miles, whose rage is probably lapsing now because he didn't attack this turn or get attacked, or the bird who just shot an arrow at her and hit her pretty hard. So she's making a threat assessment right now, and as she does so, Kleeck, do you have anything else on your turn that you'd like to do?
I don't have any bonus actions, and I've used most. I'll use the last of my movement if I can, oh, no, I don't have enough.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm staying where I am.
Got it.
Wait, I got a question real quick.
Go ahead, please ask.
How long did we think we were gonna go?
Well, we're at time now, so how long does everyone have?
I've got all
I
night.
can go a little longer.
I had time. I might have to leave now. Some things have happened.
Oh, I understand.
Don't let the
well,
inflatables get too exciting.
I understand.
I can't lie. It's not like an urgent issue. It might have to do with the inflatables.
No worries. I fully understand. Inflatables are fun.
Okay, anyway.
As it goes to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yoga's just going to continue hiding. He will stay under the table unless guards actively see him and tell him to put his hands up, and then he will.
Okay.
Do we just want to finish the current turn if we're starting to have issues? And, wanting to stop or something?
You guys don't have to stop for me, but I do have to go, now, so bye-bye.
Have a great night, Gabe.
Night-night.
I don't want to go too far without Gabe. This situation is evolving turn by turn.
No, I understand. My question is, how much does everyone want to proceed without yoga, and how much does everyone want to wait? Because we're getting to a stopping point if that is what happens. Let's actually find out. Colonel Anthony Johannesburg, having been asked to silence the violence by Lucy and being pretty well persuaded to do so, will summon some iron into his voice and just shout, "All Imperial soldiers, cease and desist at once!" And let's see how well it works. He is their commanding officer, so he's going to have advantage to command them. What's his charisma? It's going to be the 16 plus the 5, so 21. So, with that, violence will cease as the soldiers hear the call by their commander to stop, and they slowly, because everyone hears it, but over here where they're actually still fighting and a little bit still in the cloud, it's a little slower to stop. So I'm going to have a number of them stop. But those in the cloud at the back do not quite get the order. Let's see if Lady just got shot with an arrow heard it. Yeah, she'll hear it. She still has her sword out, but she's now waiting and not attacking. And so that's the colonel's turn. with that, we can probably end combat after. What's
So what
Rhea gonna do?
exactly happened because my roommate wanted to bug me about food. So
No, it's fine. So you asked the colonel to stop the fighting and tell his people to stand down. He issued a command that ended up, he got a 21 on his persuasion roll to get his people to stop, and a number of them have heard the command and have stopped attacking. A couple have not heard the command because they are actively in combat and still in a smoke cloud and are 30, 40 feet away from him. Let's see. So yeah, like these guys didn't hear it. They're still fighting. But everyone else is kind of done. So Rhea, she's still hiding behind the counter. She's not going to do anything. Sir Invostro will step away from Gareth Miles since he's confused and that's confusing to her. Eve Razzan is stable. Lucy, it's your turn. Combat technically isn't fully over because there's still some combatants, but it's your turn.
do we still hear combat?
Yeah, you can hear. In fact, you can hear Anna calling your name, and you can hear sword swinging and clashing from that direction, the opposite side of the smoke bomb.
We're gonna like take a little step there and then also yell out and repeat the orders from the colonel dude.
All right,
And
go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage. All right, with a 19 on top of his, your call will be able to pierce the noise, and the room falls mostly silent as combat ceases. You guys have ended this fight,
what about that
such
one?
as it is right now. Stand down. Sorry. So everyone down here is stopped fighting. You can hear no sounds of combat still in the room. I'm going to roll a death save for Sir Francis. Y'all got to see that he passed. Why not? Whatever.
Damn it.
So he gets a 1. Okay.
Um,
Yep. Yoga's
okay.
gone. Other people.
Can we-
People. What is it? Sorry.
Can we also just yell out like everybody fan the smoke?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you can, and there's a moment of pause as the command isn't really heard. But then after that, the colonel steps up, kind of behind you and says, "You heard the lady. Let's begin fanning this smoke out of here." And one of the guards comes and smashes the window open, and after maybe a minute's worth of huffing and puffing work, the fog cloud is removed from the area out through the windows. By the same token, after 1 minute, the confusion spell will end. So eventually, Chief Ugturk will come back to his senses, and so will Captain Miles. And when they do, neither of them seem angry anymore. They both just seem very lost and confused. The gentleman on the ground, the knight who was, stabbed a bunch, is still dying. No one has done anything. Brightleaf has stepped away from the body. And they see a bunch of webs. Eventually, those I'm not sure if Yoga would make them go away, if he would dissipate them. But they're still there.
I need to get. I want to try and get out of here.
Go ahead. Please roll your anti-restraint to get out.
Is that strength?
I think it's athletics. Let me check the web. It's up higher. That's black bile. Yeah, web is much farther up. Okay. 5
So set an alarm for next.
5e web. It is a strength check. Just a strength check.
We would yell out for Brightleaf to help the dude.
16 to get out.
All right, you are able to break free. I believe that is the DC.
Okay.
So Brightleaf turns to you and steps forward tentatively and casts Cure Wounds at level 1 on the guy who was 1 death save away from dying. So it's 1d8 plus, I think it was 3. So he's going to come back to consciousness with 4 HP. And immediately as he opens his eyes, he reaches for his sword, still hostile again, and she... Let's see. She is going to plant a foot on his chest, draw a bow, point it at his face, and shake her head at him as he looks up at her, his hand still slightly out of reach of his sword. So she's keeping him down. Do you say stand down and you want her to like step back?
No, stand down to the dude.
Okay. He will visibly release tension, realizing that he's in a bad spot and it was just reflexes, and will put up his hands, and Brightleaf will step away, but not really drop the bow. It's kind of still leveled at him. And he will slowly just kind of sit up, but still be on the ground and kind of still have his hands up and says, I know when I'm beat, girl.
Yeah, same.
Bron's moving.
Yeah.
Bron's moving. Bron and
Keep
Leon
going.
are moving. So the two of you are just moving through the crowd during the confusion. So I'm going to move the camera up to where you are. You are at the top of the stairs. If you guys are going to start taking hostile actions, I'm going to have you stop at the mouth of that hallway where Bron is. Are you coming up here looking hostile?
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you're not, I'm going to... Okay, so as you round the corner, you're going to have to deal with the father who is being protective for the moment. So if you're being hostile, we're going to have to roll another initiative order. And before we do that, I'm going to have to go to the restroom because we haven't even taken a break yet tonight. So I will be right back. Let's give it like 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah. Yes.
I honestly, like, I think this would be a good stopping point. I don't know how the others feel.
It probably would be. And I'm fine with stopping at this point, unless we want to do whatever you two are going to do up here, because I don't think Yoga was going to come and try and stop it anyways. So Gabe being here for that to run Yoga, I don't think he would come up and try and stop you. It's really just about, we have the people here who want to run this little moment. If you guys are going to try and overpower the priest to kill Eve, we can do that. And
I want to see.
That was my plan. Bron, were me and you on the same wavelength there?
Yeah, bro, we're fucking killing your sister straight up right now.
Wow. All right. Sick. So yeah, no, we're going to have a little bit more to go. So take a quick break and we'll go through this. And then probably after this combat scene, however it plays out, we will end for the night because this is going to be an interesting interaction. So let me clear initiative order real quick. And then let me add, I will say, Father Bundschwidt. Enter. And that's it. Eve's out.
Minute in just a second.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead and roll initiative as you come around the corner. He's ready.
Can I
so.
join in on this, actually?
If you hear about it, if you hear combat upstairs, you're not up there right now as it's starting, but go ahead and roll initiative too. So the three of the Bron, Leon, and Kleeck roll initiative. I will have 20 plus.
That's the same initiative I had!
Well, you know what? Sometimes. 3. Got it.
Damn.
So, all right. We'll flip order. Sending. And, yep, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I return. We're live. Everybody go for a minute.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're just taking a little break.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, get in.
Today's the day.
I get no water.
I filled it up.
I have returned.
Well,
YOLO.
All right. So we have 3 against 1, and the 1 has the further sort of he's protecting someone. So let's see what happens. Bron, how long does your spell last? Your Shield of Faith?
It lasts for 1 minute.
So you probably still have it for, I would say at this point,
10
3
minutes,
rounds. 10 minutes?
Yeah.
10 minutes, it's still up. You're good. You got time.
Hell yeah.
Not even an issue. If it were 1 minute, I would say you probably only have 2 to 4 rounds left at most. But if it's 10 minutes, you got time.
Awesome.
Pancake returns.
Pancake! Ooh, yeah. Get something tense up in here. All right, so if everyone is back, we can start at the top of the order with Leon. You have come around the corner. You see Father Bundschwidt is standing there and has locked eyes with both you and Bron as you come around the corner. He sees the intent writ plain on your faces, and he moves to stand between you and your unconscious sister, who has 2 arrows kind of poking out of her. Actually, you know what? At this point, she would still be doing the 1d4 damage per turn until she gets a successful con save, and that was going to be a whole thing for a while, so, like, let me just see when
Don't take this
that
from me.
happens.
Don't take it from me.
Let's just say she had a successful con save once she was, while everyone was downstairs, she got lesser restoration. We'll just go with that, because it lets you have fun with what's about to happen. So, yes. And we'll give Father Bundschwidt a red circle, because he's against you now. So, Leon, as you take this moment in, it's your turn.
Bundschwidt, get out of the way. And I'm going to start trying to get into the spell.
This cycle of violence and hatred. You are family. I know what you did to your brother. I won't let you take another of your kin. Your soul cannot be blackened much longer and still find the light.
You know nothing of what's happened to me. What she did, what they did. You know nothing. What was it, a wisdom save?
What are you casting?
Or no, to get into the little wall he made.
Oh, no, he didn't make a wall there. I was only saying that I wanted you to roll initiative at stairs because the granularity of him reacting to you would start then. You weren't stealthing or anything. So it's your turn. You can move into the space and do whatever you like.
So stand down, Bundschwidt. You know you can't stop this. And
yet I am compelled to try.
if you must. And I am going to I'm going to cast Incite Greed. Incite Greed. So I need a, make sure I read this right. Wisdom save.
From Bundschwidt?
Yep. And damn,
26. Does that beat your DC?
that does beat the DC.
Mm-hmm. Bundschwidt. Here we go.
That's my turn.
All right. Kleeck, you saw your friends rush upstairs, grim faces set on, and you know that they are about to do a bloody deed. What are you going to do?
I am right here. At
Yes.
the moment, I'm at very least going to fly up and see what's going on, get a read on the situation.
You see that Leon has started to enter the hallway, waving his arms, making arcane gestures, and forming sigils in the air, and that there appears to be some sort of magical battle between him and the Father, who has resisted the effects of whatever spell it was that he cast, and appears to be readying his own offensive, whatever that means. That's what you see in this moment, unless you want to use a perception or see anything else in particular. That's what I'm going to give you.
I will use a perception.
You're still on the ground, so okay, with a 9,
Okay.
you don't see anything more than that in particular. Looks like Bron and Leon are both ready to fight. Looks like Eve is still unconscious, though perhaps as steady as she was when you left. But the Father looks a bit angrier than he did before. I mean, yeah, he looks hostile now, so...
I am going to back up a few steps and just sit and watch. This is not my fight.
Over to you,
I've
Bron.
done my part.
You did.
While Bron is slowly taking a few steps forward, he's gonna say, I really don't have to hurt you, old man. She deserves to die. And I'll go through you to do it. I'll take a few steps here.
Okay. Are you going to come any closer? Are you going to get in range and attack him? He's not going to back down. I'm just going to say straight up, he's not going to back down. Your persuasion would not work if you had advantage plus 30.
He's not even gonna say anything?
He's going to say that, it's not for you to decide who lives or dies. That is to the gods.
So it is. And I missed, right?
Let me see what his AC is. That is a miss.
Damn.
Yep. As you swing at him and he steps to the side, kind of just waving it past him a little bit with one hand. He never touches it, but you have the feeling that, he's practiced in combat, even as he is old and seems kindly. He moves adeptly. And you hear the clink of chainmail underneath his robes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
My man's armored, alright.
Yeah, he knows what's up. So that's your attack roll. Do you have anything else for the turn?
Let me see if I got a bonus action right here. I'll cast Spiritual Weapon right here.
All right, let me bring it from downstairs. How long does it last normally?
1 minute.
1 minute. So it may have faded from before, but now it's going to be cast. Ping it again for me. Right there. Okay, cool. That's where it popped up. Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit whatever you're going to hit. Are you trying to hit Eve? Okay. You're going to have to roll a wisdom save because the creature has Sanctuary cast over it.
Let's do it.
So wisdom saving throw. A 12 is not going to beat the DC. So your blades find that they are unable to approach the Lady Razzan's unconscious body with any hostile intent, and as they float closer and attempt to swing, they kind of just don't. On a failed save, you have to choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. And since there are no other targets within range of this swing, technically you just lose the attack. So the sanctuary blocks your spiritual weapon.
All right.
And you can see Father Bundschwidt kind of glances over his shoulder. And he doesn't seem surprised, and he turns back to you. Is it his turn, or is it still yours?
It's his turn.
Okay. Let's see.
What's that, dude?
Okay. Okay. Yep. This is what happens. You'll have fun with this, I think. Okay, so, he takes a step back, and
Fun noise.
between you and the priest,
So turn off this light.
a wall of fire erupts across
Fucker.
the floor, facing your direction. And it's 10 feet, right? 20 feet, 60 feet long, up to, okay. And it's
Yeah, 10 feet. Within
10
10
feet.
feet. Do damage.
So I will draw out to 10 feet then, so. So Bron, please make a dex save as the wall of fire erupts on you. So that's going to be a fail, so you're going to take 5d8 fire damage. So 19 fire damage as the wall of flame erupts in front of you. And
Alright.
yeah, that's going to be his action. And with the bonus action, he's going to say, "Turn back now, or it will get worse." Leon, over to you.
I'm going to yeah, I can do this. I am going to yeah, I'll take I've still got two of these left. How far do the cones reach as far as expanding out? I don't remember how we ruled that.
How far do they expand out? You mean like if you have a 15-foot cone?
Yeah, like where does that cover?
So I would say that the 30-foot cone means that unless there is any other description of it given, I would say that it is 30 feet in length, and it's a 30-foot wide base, meaning it's a 15-foot radius at the base from the point that you aim at, if it's a cone. Because that accounts for the 30 feet being both the range and the spread, unless otherwise noted, right? Like if it's more narrow or wider or shorter or what have you. So I'm going to rule it as 30 and 30. So if you were to shoot that right now, you'd definitely hit both of them. A 30-foot cone would hit Father Bundschwidt and Eve Razzan.
I was just worried it would hit Bron. I just I
An
didn't
Arcana
know.
check.
Okay.
See if you can direct your magic well. With a 6, you unfortunately cannot miss Bron. Bron will be targeted as well. You can't find a way to get a good shot. You could move. You could move into the fire. You could go a little bit farther up. Maybe that would get you a better angle. Might also give Eve a little bit of half cover, depending on what the spell is. Up to you.
As nice as that would be, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to cast Shatter
Ooh.
on top of where I saw Bundschwidt.
Yeah. I think Can you see through the wall of fire?
Does it say it obscures vision?
It is
Nope.
opaque, so no, you cannot see through it, but you can cast Shatter through it.
Yeah, as long as yeah.
Yep, so roll damage, and I'll roll con saves for the unconscious person and the still up person. That's 1d20 plus 1 for Eve. That's a fail. So Eve's going to take full damage. She's currently at negative 14, but stable.
Okay.
And then let me roll for Bundschwidt's con. So yeah, they're both going to fail. So yeah, roll damage, and they'll both take full damage. They'll both take 17. Isn't that what you got last time?
Yeah.
Nice. So the floor and the ceiling both buckle, and the walls crack, and you can see. Well, you can't see the other side, but underneath and below, and just all around, where that shatter goes off, there is heavy damage done to the walls and floor, and anyone who's on the floor below hear a loud and hear like dust and crap falling from the ceiling as the building shakes once more. Also, there's a wall of fire in it, and Bron, Kleeck, Leon, you can all see that the fire is starting to catch on the furniture and fixtures in this room.
It's also I need a concentration save or check.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and roll that. It's going to be he's gonna drop the wall of fire.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck him up. And
like that, the wall of flame is gone.
And
Dang.
movement to
Wow.
All right.
He really staggered under that blow.
All right, that's my turn.
Kleeck, over to you.
I'm just standing, watching.
Bron, over to you.
I'm gonna move forward here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
On yourself, and then are you going to attack anyone with it? Who are you attacking?
Well, this guy.
Okay. With a 9, you're going to miss. Once again, with kind of just one hand, he's going to just gently kind of brush your attack aside. He seems experienced. He seems like he knows what he's doing. Just the gentle clinking of chainmail and the swish of his robes as he pats you aside and just doesn't even take none of your shit. So that was your bonus action to cast it, and then your attack action with it. Am I correct?
No, it's all just one action.
Okay, cool. No, thank you. So you have your bonus action still with your sacred or with your spiritual weapon,
Yes,
or
sir.
any other bonus action you might want to use.
I'm going to attack this man with my spiritual weapon, and I think
Very
that's
well.
in that one. Nope, it's a 13.
It's a 13. 13 will miss.
Damn, this guy.
Yeah, he's not. He is a level 5 caster, so I don't know how else he could use Raise Dead. Let's see. He's got stuff. He's going to. He is going to cast.
Rapid clickety clackities.
Yeah, I know, right? He is going to cast Guardian of Faith on the spot. Well, he's actually going to cast it over Eve Razzan, so that it is still, within 10 feet. So a large spectral guardian appears and hovers, I guess, in an unoccupied space. So it's going to pop up in the space next to Leon and Bron. So it's going to kind of pop in there. The Guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of what was the Lord of Light that his name? You should know it, Astra. Saint Paul. That's right, Saint Paul. Thank you. Any creature hostile to the priest that moves into a space 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn takes a Dex saving throw. And if they fail, they take 20 radiant damage and half on a success. So y'all are getting in close with a blasty Pete right here. Draw shape freehand, and I'm going to do this because it's a freehand little guardian thing. That's not the St. Paul symbol, but it's a thing that's floating right there. So that's when you move into range or you're in range. Moves to a space within 10 feet. Yep. And that was an action. And he is going to... He's going to hold. And Leon, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. 15. So she's Eve's not making death saves right now. Is that right?
Correct. She is stable and has not taken any damage. So she's at... Wait, did she take a hit a moment ago? Yeah, she did from Shatter. So she has actually taken one death save and is no longer stable and is taking death saves. So since it's at the top of the turn, I'll make her roll another one. I'm going to silence that roll so no one sees it. Okay. Yeah, it's your turn. She is... you can see that she is hurt again and taking death saves.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, Sanctuary doesn't stop AoE effects.
Yes, that's correct. I can, and I'm going to because there's never been a better time. I'm going to use my action, and I am going to activate my Radiant Consumption.
Is this the one that does damage in an area?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Yeah, it's an action. So that's going to be my action, and it is 10 feet, right? Yeah.
So everyone right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this take up a space, or is it just kind of floating?
It actually says it occupies that space. So yes.
Okay.
Oh, and it says it's large.
Oh.
I guess it can't take up that space. It's going to have to be behind y'all. So, sorry, I got the text on that one wrong. Let's move this over to here and make it large. So it's filling a large space. So it is behind you. You can step forward.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to step forward right here.
So as you move and you're moving into a space within 10 feet of the Guardian, make a dex saving throw, please.
Dex save. 7.
So that's going to be a fail. You're going to take 20 radiant damage from the Guardian of Faith as you move within its range, and it reaches out and slashes at you with a blade of light.
I'm resistant to radiant damage, so 10.
You only take 10.
Nice.
Hardcore timing.
Yep. And make sure it's not a bonus action to activate this before I move to the last thing.
Kleeck, are you going to continue to watch?
I only plan to jump in if my friends are in trouble and I need to save them, so...
Gotcha. How is everyone looking?
Not gonna lie, kind of burnt.
Gotcha.
I'm looking at about half.
Yeah, about half. And with I'll end my turn, and everyone within 10 feet of me is going to take 3 radiant damage.
So that's an automatic failed death save for the Lady Razzan.
Char fucking Baldy over here a little bit more.
All right, so that's going to be 3 damage to the priest, 3 damage to Bron. I think also 3 damage to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you're resistant to it?
Yes. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And that's your turn then, ending there. So that's next is Kleeck. Kleeck, you're watching. Are you going to take part at all? Do you see an issue with it yet?
Not this turn, but he is getting concerned.
Got it. Bron, over to you.
Vampiric touch again.
On the
Hey.
priest, okay.
On the priest.
Got it. A 12 is going to miss. Again, he's going to just kind of pass your hand to the side. He's giving you a look like he's very disappointed in you, son. And do you have anything else on your turn? That was an attack action.
Spiritual weapon.
On the same guy?
On the same guy.
Okay. That is going to hit.
Fucking.
Alright, 10 force damage. He's going to take 10. And he's going to make a concentration save. Plus. He's going to pass. So he's able to hold concentration. He sees the Lady Razzan is very battered, and he is going to... $1d4 plus... She is going to come to consciousness with 7 HP.
Fuck.
A 20 plus, and now you have 2 casters.
God damn.
Lower in Bundschwidt.
Okay, so she doesn't go this turn. She's going to go next turn, though. So, there we go. Leon, it's your turn. Oh, wait, no, that was just his bonus action. He still has an action. He's going to do something. He's going to cast Sacred Flame on Bron. So please roll a Wisdom saving throw. That is unfortunately going to fail.
Damn.
You take 12 radiant as brilliant flames wash over you. And then, Leon, it is your turn. He's refusing to back down, and he's trying to keep her alive, and he is standing against y'all. And actually, he'll say, she deserves to pay for her crimes, but not like this. So, Leon, over to you. You may be muted.
No, I'm reading.
Oh, you're reading and thinking. Got it. No problem.
Yep. Damn it. Alright. Fuck it. Ice and Death's Frost. I need a con save from both of them.
Okay. Lucy, please roll perception to see if you can hear the sounds of combat up above. So the flames. You definitely heard the boom. Never mind. Yeah, and you got a natural 20. You definitely hear combat up above. So that's going to be a con for Eve and a con for the priest.
Double fail.
What's the DC? They both fail? Okay, roll damage.
Yes. Okay.
17. Okay,
Nice.
she's going to go back down. She's back down. And the 17 is going to hurt the father quite a bit as well. He's looking pretty damaged
Concentration.
too. Yes. So
Okay. Not letting him get away from this.
and it goes down.
Oh, sorry. I double clicked that.
No, it's fine. Rolled a 4 for the concentration, so the it goes down.
Okay. He's also going to take. Hang on, because of the burn.
Another 3.
Is it 3? I don't remember. I got too many things going on with this.
Doesn't everyone take that damage, including you, within range? So that would be you take 3 damage, cut in half because you have resistance to radiant. Eve would take 3 damage, and since she's down, that's a death save. Failed. The father takes 3 damage, and then Bron also takes 3 damage from the radiant consumption at the end of your turn, correct?
Yes, but on the end of each turn, if I hit somebody with a attack or spell, I'll make sure once on each.
You did, so.
One target, so so Bundschwidt's going to take an extra 6 damage actually, because after the
Got it. He is further staggering under the he seems pretty hurt. If his health were on a sliding scale, it would be below 50% of its original starting value.
Lord, he's a chunky old man.
Uh-huh.
Stand down, Bundschwidt. This is not a time for moral arguments.
You know I can't do that. Kleeck, as you watch, these people are bloodied and getting bloodier.
After watching Eve get up and go back down, I am going to ready an arrow specifically for if I see Eve go up.
Okay.
I will not aim for Bundschwidt, but I am going to make sure Eve stays down. That is the one thing I will do.
Got it. Bron, over to you. Readied arrow action, though, on Kleeck.
I'm gonna drink a potion of greater healing.
Roll healing is a bonus action because you're using it on yourself. 15.
Bonus action. Oh, yes.
Potions
Then
on
I'm
yourself
going
can be
to-
bonus or regular. Depends on.
Right, excellent. I'm gonna hit him with my pike.
Okay, roll to hit.
Come on.
That's gonna be a miss. That's gonna be a miss. Yep.
Alright. That's it.
What about your swordie?
I used a bonus action.
Oh yeah, you did. Bleh. Okay. Eve is down and rolling death saves. Make those.
Stand down. Final warning.
Leon.
Yo.
After your icing death's frost, you demand of the priest to stand down after you see Eve kind of collapse into the corner again after the frost washes over her. And out of the corner of your eye, as you are demanding that the father cease and desist, you see through the cold, through the frosty bits that are covering her barely moving form, a last shudder as some frosty breath leaves her lungs, and she moves no more. She rolled a natural 1. Eve Razzan is dead.
Fuck yeah!
I let go of the tension on my bow.
Those natural 1s on the death saves are the bane of everyone. If you get to -1 death save, someone needs to heal you because you're gonna roll a natural 1 next turn. I promise you. So, Eve's dead.
Yeah.
Father Bundschwidt is probably passively going to notice that and look up at the both of you. And as he raises his hands and makes to cast okay, and let's see, starting at okay, so you're going to see the father raise his hands. And you can see that there's just a little bit of nihilism in him now as he sees that the person he's been trying to protect is dead, that the cycle of violence is just continuing. And he goes, raises his hands, and you can see through the broken skylight above, in the darkened sky, the stars lighting it up. And then one star seems to kind of just grow in the space, maybe 40 feet above the building, and as you look up at it, you see a ball of flame just appear from the sky and just roar down at you. And as it comes flying at you, I need to roll a 1d10 plus something. What is that? Oh, okay, yeah. And as it flies towards you, this massive bolt of striking flame, as it were, it suddenly dissipates, and with a cough, ends up as nothing before you. And the father looks deeply confused and surprised, and is looking around, confused as his spell didn't go off. And you hear a laugh. Kleeck, you would actually recognize this laugh as the one you heard from earlier when it broke through the skylight. And appearing, jumping down from the skylight, let me just get this GM info overlay thing going. You see this figure hop down.
Who in the heck it?
Yeah, Red?
Huh?
Bron's just very confused right now looking at this dude.
Father Bundschwidt, stand aside. These ones are mine.
Oh.
And you recognize his voice now as the person who sent you on this mission.
I knew I recognized
no.
that one! I knew I recognized the voice! I knew it!
It is Inquisitor Sebastian Ramsey. And he has come to speak with his people. And we can end it there tonight.
We need to. We need to save this for Gabe.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
This is too good.
Eve is dead, the Inquisitor has arrived, combat is over, and the father is enraged. So, yeah, we can stop it there tonight. I will end the recording, and next week for session 40, we will wrap up this election day ridiculousness. My goodness, you killed her. You did it. You guys did it. Incredible.
Long time
Mission
coming.
accomplished.
You're about to get flame striked. That was possibly not going to end well. Let me see what that is. That's a 4d6 fire, 4d6 radiant. If you fail your dex save, and it would have been the two of you. Yeah.
Oh, that would have killed me.
Counterspell. Yeah. Counterspell. So let me end the recording then and we can